The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Lord, am I heart attack? Damn, this is some scary shit. Oh, I am scared.
Hey, yo, may the 4th be with you. How many times did you hear that today, man? Oh, shit. I was just like, wait, I gotta get a fucking Star Wars intro. I was like, man, I know I made one before. I had to have. And I was like, oh, yeah, the tried and true, baby. Scary movie. Fucking love those movies back in the day, man. But, hey, yo, welcome to Real Figures. This is episode number 49. My name is Omar V. Bringing you the latest action figure toy news of the week. 2 weeks worth of toy news this week. Yeah, man, what's up with everybody, man? How's everybody doing tonight? Like I was just going on about May the 4th, Star Wars Day, unofficial Star Wars Day. It's like, man, it kind of gets me annoyed now that it's just like part of like promotional things, like especially for toys. It's like we just had Star Wars Celebration like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and it's just like May the 4th, and you kind of see that Hasbro has to spread stuff out. Kind of annoying, dude. You know, you kind of want to see all the stuff all at once, because it just kind of feels like it goes on too long, you know. But yo, like I was saying, 2 weeks worth of toy news today. Got an awesome show. Obviously gonna look at some Star Wars, a few other things. There's gonna be like some 1/6 in here, SH Fig Wars. So you guys are fans of some Fig Wars stuff. Mezco, 2 Mezco drops. So yeah, we got a pretty awesome show. Like always, I'll say what's up to the chat, but first I'll go through my hauls because I have picked up a couple things over the last couple of weeks. I'm going in for that Studio 86 Devastator, man. So I got Bone Crusher and Scrapper came in. Kind of cool, funny toys. I don't really collect too many Transformers, but they're awesome, man. I always say, like the colors on these things pop. I've been watching like reviews on them just to see what like Transformers fans like are really like digging about them. And dude, they're stoked. Like as far as G1 looks, these things are pretty accurate. Yeah, there's certain aesthetic points that kind of get annoying, especially like in the transformation modes, but I don't know. I do want to get into building that Devastator and stuff. And then like I said like 2 weeks ago, I did want to go in for this Miles. Dude, it's cool. I just wish they didn't give us that comic book and they gave us like extra head sculpts. And then the arms, they feel like super gummy, dude. I'm like, man, it's just like you give these guys points for stuff that's cool, like that Maximum series, but then they drop stuff like this, and I don't know. To me, it's still like a deserving character of a cool release. You know, it's just they don't have to cheap out on it. And then I had to go in for that ROM. I saw that ROM come in stock, so I had to go in for it. Dude, this thing is crazy. Like when I got it out of the blister, I was like, man, this shit's like huge. It feels like a deluxe release, and it's cool that it's only $25. You know. So I picked up that one. I don't know too much about ROM, but I saw there was a lot of hype on it. And to me, it just has like that toy aesthetic. Like, and then I went in for that Shredder, that new cartoon Shredder. Dude, I never picked up the cartoon line, the Turtles, but seeing that they're kind of doing like remastered or revisiting old figures, kind of giving them the pinless treatment, I'm like, man, there's a rumor going around they might do the Turtles again. Pretty sure they will. Like, why wouldn't they, you know? So I had to go in for the Shredder. What else? Then oh shit, also from Target, Mattel, the whole train got the Godfather, the WWE Elite Legends series. Dude, these things are awesome, man. It's like I say, Mattel, they kill it as far as like the paint deco. Look at all the tattoos that they put on their figures, man. Like the chain is awesome, the fedora. I loved this guy when I was a kid watching wrestling. It was just so crazy to see this dude come out with a train of hoes, bro. Oh man, that's crazy. Fucking attitude era, bro. There's nothing like it. And then also kind of while I'm on this little kick, fucking pick up that fucking Phase 1 Rex. I always had these 2 clone troopers. I think last year they had put out 2 packs, or they had put out some 2 packs that went on clearance. And I had them like in my closet. I hadn't even popped them open. They were like the Phase 1 versions. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get Rex to kind of go with them, kind of get like a little little platoon going and shit. So I'm happy I got the Rex. It's pretty cool too. It's just super clean. Like I see when people put like washes on them, they look crazy good. Like especially if you do like toy photography. Shit, my fucking screen. And then went out to Toy Arena, man. They fucking had this in stock. Bro, I loved Yu-Gi-Oh when I was a kid, man. Dark Magician SH Monsarts. Dude, I was surprised how cool this figure is. The little stand is dope. I had to get it in this pose. That iconic artwork, like that shit was just so sweet. A couple things I wish they would have done is put like soft goods on like that little gown piece, like on the bottom. Just so it could kind of like drape over the knee, you know, like, especially like in the card art and stuff. But this figure's pretty dope. I've never really picked up SH Monster Art stuff, but it's pretty clever how they're gonna do these releases and stuff. I was kind of wondering about like the scale on it. Like, is it gonna scale like big as fuck? And I wouldn't mind it because it's a monster, but it actually scales cool to be like a 112 wizard, also, you know. Because we're gonna take a look at the Kyoto stuff this week. And like the design choice they made and stuff. And I still like it. It's pretty dope. And then also picked up the red hair Shanks right there. Gotta crack that open. And then something that I had my eye on for the longest time. I had to pull the trigger on it, man. I got the Missing Link Optimus. I'm definitely gonna crack into this, man, but I do admire a good package. And like, dude, this Takara shit, it's just beautiful. It's just sick as fuck. These are like the kind of like the retro or the vintage toys and stuff. They look sweet. I like that whole like, I don't know, just retro and vintage stuff out. Cause like the old shit always just looks, it looks like toys, you know. So I kind of want to get that. I want to get that Masters of the Universe 40th anniversary 2-pack with the Skeletor and the He-Man. Kind of build out a little display of just like old school, original looking toys. Have like the Playmates TMNT stuff. I think that shit's cool. I always think that shit's like the dopest shit because it's like that's like why we collect shit, you know, because of these types of toys. These are like the ones that kind of put shit on the map, collecting on the map and stuff. So it's kind of cool to kind of go back and be able to kind of pick stuff out like that, you know. It's cool that companies are doing that. And then that's all I got this week, or the last couple of weeks. I feel like I'm missing something, but I think I got everything. Yo, let me say what's up to the chat. Chat sliding in here. Obi-Wan, he says, yo, may the 4th be with you. Shout out to my man Obi-Wan, probably a Star Wars fan. RIP. Ghost Hat says, happy Obi-Wan Cannoli Day. There you go. I like that one better. I'm gonna start using that one. Man, may the Ross be with you, right? That's straight where those lines are going, man. Yo, KJ's in the house. What's up, KJ? He says, yo, what's up, peeps? KJ, how you doing, man? We got more people in here. We got Will also. What up, nerds? Yo, Will, what's up with you, man? Be Weird is in here. He says, May the 4th, time to pretend I care about glow sticks in space. Day, yeah. I don't know, man. What do you think? Do you think like Star Wars needs Jedis and stuff? Because I've always watched these like debates go on about it. Because obviously you have like the Andor series right now, and it's just like more kind of political drama, very like tense situations and stuff. But it's like about like the rebellion, how the rebellion came to be. Not really a lot of Jedi shit going on, not really a lot of Sith stuff going on. I think the Sith and the Jedi are cool, but you can overdo that. But you still have to have that in the mix, you know. They have to be present, I think, in any story. Otherwise, it's just not worth telling, you know. I mean, obviously, you're gonna get Vader slaughter these people, but it ain't enough. The whole train, yeah, dude, that shit was awesome. Man, I remember watching that as a kid, thinking like, bro, is this for real? Like, this is crazy. You had this dude, you had Rikishi putting his ass in people's faces. That shit was hilarious, dog. My man Albert, he said Dark Magician looks fucking sick. Yeah, man, shout out to Albert. Dude, this is awesome. I was like, man, I couldn't wait for this thing to come in stock. And I was like, yo, I saw that they posted it up. I was like, I gotta get it, man. It's awesome. Like I said, I really wanted to put it in that pose, but it's so cool one, you know. That Buckle Wizard looks dope. My man, Be Weird, Harry Potter. Are you gonna get Dark Magician Girl from Figma as a companion piece? Don't get it used. Definitely don't get it used. But I think Figuarts is gonna put out one, or Monster Arts is gonna put out one, and like I said, that's why I was kind of wondering, like, how are they gonna scale these? Because when we get into the toy news right now, you're gonna see how like Kyoto did it, and I'm like, kind of works in the aspect of it being Yu-Gi-Oh, but For other uses, it's other uses. Dark Magician girl. But like, yeah, let's just jump right into it, man. That's actually the first toy that I have on slate. Is this Blackluster Soldier from Kyoto, Rebel Tech. And sculpt wise, this thing looks awesome, man. It thing looks like it jumped right out of the card. And this was always a monster that I really liked, especially like I said, those episodes where Yu-Gi-Oh! Like Yugi summons this thing, fucking takes on the Blue Eyes White Dragon. This is like equal power type of shit. He just levels the playing field with this card, you know. And like ever since then, I remember just wanting to get it in real life too, kind of add it to your deck and stuff. So to see like a figure of it, like I said, the thing that I was wondering about how they were gonna pull these things off is just the scale. You know, the design and stuff, it was gonna be there. Like this thing just looks sick as fuck, just awesome warrior knight looking thing. Obviously it's gonna have that Rebel Tech articulation, so you're gonna see that like on the knees, the elbows. You're gonna definitely see those ball joints, but you know it's gonna move well. You know it's gonna move well. But like I said, the size of it is definitely what could be a deal breaker for some people, because this little accessory is dope as fuck. This is something that I wish Monster Arts kind of would have like dove more into, kind of the card aspect of it. But when I saw Kyoto doing this, I'm like, yeah, this is sick. The classic pose from the card, everything is pretty nice. But like I was saying, you look into the scale of it, this thing looks like it's going to be a little bit taller than like a 112 character would look like, you know? So I don't know if that's necessarily a deal breaker for people. For me, I think it still works in kind of the display that I want to have it in. I definitely want to get a Yu-Gi-Oh figure. I don't know whether to get the Kyoto one or the SH Figuarts that was revealed a couple weeks ago. I think I'm gonna go with the Figuarts just based off of this Dark Magician. Like I like what they kind of did. It feels good too. It feels like they didn't really cheap out on it and stuff. And then Kyoto Rebel Tech stuff, I do like their figures, but they're not necessarily stuff that I collect all the time, you know. I kind of want to wait to see what else Bandai comes out with before jumping in on this one. But overall, I don't think it looks dope. I don't think it looks bad. I mean, you know, I think they knocked it out of the park. It's just the size of it, you know, because kind of having them right here next to Yu-Gi-Oh, it's like, dude, this shit looks kind of like it's 10-inch figure, man. Kind of like it's like a McFarlane piece or something, but not necessarily a deal breaker, you know. Like I said, this is kind of news from the last couple of weeks because I didn't do one last week, so I didn't get to see this go for pre-order yet. But I think it did, and since everything's getting upcharged now, I'm not running to pre-order everything, you know. Like I said, I went out to this place called Toy Arena. It's not far from where I live, and I'm starting to see more and more of these types of shops bubble up. I don't live too far away from Toys in the Box, Toy Arena, Frankincense isn't that far away, so I'm starting to see more and more of these like retail places kind of get these like storefronts, and I'm happy to kind of support those businesses, you know, because since they're so close, I don't really pay too much for shipping anyway, or I could just travel there if so. So this is one that I'm going to keep on the radar, but it's not one that I've gone in for pre-order yet. But look-wise, I think it looks dope as fuck. I think it looks fucking sick, you know? So I don't know, especially this pose right here. Just having it posed out like this, like in a cool Yu-Gi-Oh display, that thing is going to look so awesome. And I hope, man, one of these companies, if it's Bandai or if it's Kyoto, go back and make a Pokemon release, man. I want an Ash Ketchum or a Trainer Red, either one. I'd be so happy to get that. Like, I want to get like all my fucking Jazzware Pokemon kind of next to a Trainer Red or fucking an Ash Ketchum. I've even picked up like those old Monko Takaratomi like little Pikachus and Pokemon and stuff. Shout out to Jay Hernandez. He's always been one that always kind of showcases that in his videos. He always has like the Jigglypuff or something, the fucking Psyduck and shit. But like I said, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh were just so sick, man. Awesome parts of my childhood when I grew up watching, you know, obviously Saturday morning cartoons. So to see that they're getting love in action figure form, I'm for it, man. I'm here for it. This shit looks fucking sweet, you know. So yo, I'm gonna be on the lookout for this one, man. I gotta probably backtrack on the SH Monster Eyes Blue Eyes White Dragon and Red Eyes Black Dragon. Did I say Black Dragon? Blue Eyes White Dragon. I gotta backtrack on both of those because they look sweet, but I just thought the size on them were a little bit too small. You know, where I'm happy that the Dark Magician is on the smaller side, but I'm wishing those dragons were on the bigger side, kind of like this one. So gotta wait and see. Was the chat saying Matt KJ saying, yo, that missing link is dope. Yeah, I had it on my radar for a while. And I kind of saw it in stock and stuff, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna go check this place out. They had it right there. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna crack it open, but I definitely kind of just, I don't know, it's a dope ass box, you know what I'm saying? I've seen that they released the Bumblebee and then I think the Cliff Jumper already too. Since they're like the same molds, they're just kind of pumping them out right away. I think that's genius. I want to see how far they go in that line. And I also want to see how they do the Megatron. Missing Link Megatron better be a fucking gun. You know what I mean? Because this is retro, bro. This isn't, modern day spin. You know what I mean? This is like OG shit. So they need to do it right. So we'll wait to see that. Mel say, what up, Omar? What's up to everybody? Yo, Mel, what up, man? My man celebrating with the beers. Got the beers in the house. Man, I haven't had a beer in over like 2 years, man. Not to say I don't want one right now. Hustle SM is in the house. Says, sup, Omar? Sup, chat? Yo, Hustle, what up? B Rivera's in the house. He says, hey, yo, what up? Yo, what up, B? Let's get with you guys, man. Sorry, I'm kind of feeling a little funny behind the keys and shit right here, because it's like, if you don't stream for like a week, you just feel off. You just feel completely off. We're gonna keep it moving, guys, because this is the kind of what I wanted to start off the show with. But Rebel Tech is also teasing out more Ninja Gaiden figures. We got Ninja Gaiden 3 Ryu Hayabusa. I still, like I said, I'm a fan of Rebel Tech stuff, but I don't necessarily go in for them all the time. Man, I've heard nothing but great things about their Ninja Gaiden figure. The only reason I haven't pulled the trigger on that is because I want to see what's up with that Bro Toys one. And I don't want to flood myself with like fucking, 2 or 3 Ninja Gaiden figures and stuff, even though they do look sick. I'm pretty sure people that even have that first release of these guys, they'll still go in for this one. Even might be like a different game. Was the other one part 2 or part 1? Forgot. But yeah, even if it's a different game, you got different accessories and stuff to kind of tweak it around. And then Kasumi looking good. So she's not going to be far behind there too with that release. And has that first one came out? I don't think so. I don't think she has. So I'm pretty sure I would have seen that on the timeline. I know people were hot for that one. Zoom is in the house. Yo, Zoom, what up? What's good with you, man? B saying, I'm trying not to buy these Yu-Gi-Oh figs, but damn, they pulling me in. Yeah, I know. Like I said, it's cool to see the love that they're getting right now from like 2 different companies. But since it is 2 different companies, you got to kind of wait to see which ones you like better, That's why I was like saying, man, I was happy to see that the Dark Magician came out relatively fast. I was like, man, they teased it out, put it out, and I like it, So I got to give them points, but I don't know. Kyoto's not far behind. But speaking of Bandai, moving to the SH Figuarts releases these last couple of weeks, or pre-orders. Moving to the Chainsaw Man Reize arc. So it's upcoming movie arc from Chainsaw Man. Supposedly it's not going to be far behind that Demon Slayer one that's coming out soon. So yeah, I'm excited to get into the next kind of part of these storylines, because I know people always say, just read the manga, bro. It's like, man, I honestly don't have a lot of time all the time, but I know that's always an option. But man, I love just the animation of all this stuff. It should just looks crazy. Like, design aside, these designs for these types of characters, they just look fucking insane, man. It's like when I first saw this design, I thought it was just like, man, anime is getting too fucking crazy, bro. This is getting too crazy, But man, once you watch it and just see like the movement of these characters, and obviously like these modern like anime studios and stuff, man, they kill it, bro. They just kill it with just the movement of this stuff. It just shit just looks so fluid and violent. And I don't know, man, whenever I talk to people and they don't watch anime like at all, it boggles my mind on the amount of stories that they're missing out on. And that's coming from a guy that hasn't even watched My Hero Academia. I know it's not the easiest to get into as far as like stories and stuff, especially if you're kind of, I don't know, if you don't have a lot of time to just kill, you kind of just want to watch kind of regular shit you've seen before, So it's hard to get into some of these like animes that have all these episodes and stuff. But man, once you do, you start experiencing some of the more cooler stories out there. And like I was saying, design wise, it makes for good toys. It makes for fucking damn good toys, because this being their second Chainsaw Man release, now kind of different kind of clothing. I think it looks sick as fuck, definitely getting a lot of articulation in that torso. Because like I said, man, the way they fucking design these characters is for fucking fluid ass movement. So when you see this dude like, welding these damn chainsaws around, he's crunched stuff into a ball. You're seeing Spider-Man type of movement, So yeah, Bandai is killing it with this line. I've only picked up the Power and the first Chainsaw Man. I didn't go in for the Denji. I still kind of need to because I really like the Pochita they put out. Shout out to my man Johnny, sent me a 3D printed one, so I think that's what held me down. But man, I feel like this line is killing it. And even though I already have the previous Chainsaw Man, this being a more different design, I don't know which one I like better. I really like this first design, but man, this shit looks sweet. And then once we see the movie, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna want it that much more, you know. Because yeah, this shit just looks sick as fuck, and this is like action figure crack. That's like one of my fucking favorite sayings on this show. Action figure overdose. Don't need this crap. This is action figure crack, guys. Like this shit is sick. When did that first Chainsaw Man come out? Like 2-3 years ago. That was like top figure of the year that year, easily. And like I said, the people that are turned off by anime, that's the reason they don't go in for this stuff. I feel like they're missing out. I feel like that all the time whenever I see My Hero Academia figures. It's like, man, they look sick. Like design wise, they look cool, but that's not something that I've really partaken into. I could just hold off on it. So I can only imagine the people that just don't watch any anime. Like, man, they're just super gangster. They really miss out, you know. We have Sin in the house. He says, "What's up, guys? Yo, Sin, what up?" Yeah, Sin, I think I seen you in were you on a DA video in the chat? I think I seen I recognize that avatar, man. Shout out to Sin. Hustle saying Rebel Tech slowly pulling me into. Yeah, I know, man. They're dope figures, but like I said, I don't necessarily always go in for them, but I always think they're cool. I think I've been burned by their previous releases a few times, but not everything they put out. I think they've gotten better over the years, a lot better, honestly. Ghost House saying Japan stores had the Chainsaw Man for over a week, but not the US stores. Where they are not putting them on pre-order. Yeah, that's interesting, man. I mean, with all the shit going on right now, I'm not even gonna get into it tonight's show, but you guys have already seen, like obviously on social media, all the stuff with the tariffs going on. Companies are gonna have to start coming up with different business models and stuff to get the shit out, you know. But at the end of the day, the consumer is gonna have that demand. You know, the consumer's gonna have that demand. So companies would be smart to find ways to kind of get this shit out, you know, the best way possible, where I feel like everybody could still kind of maybe take a little bit of a hit, but at the end of the day, the outcome should be good for everybody, man. You know, the people producing this stuff and the people want the stuff, you know. Ghost also saying, when I talk to people about anime and they don't watch it, I imagine is the same when people explain to me their sneaker collection. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that's kind of the same thing. I enjoy that type of stuff too. Even stuff that I'm not into anymore. Like I used to be into kicks. I like it. Even if it's something that I'm not into, I still enjoy like hearing about it, you know. People that collect records, people that collect like movies or video games. I love that shit. I wish I had money for all that stuff, you know, but we don't. We just kind of partake into our own little hobbies, but I love just knowing about people's stuff, little hobbies like that, you know, like that they're into shit like that. It's cool to me, you know. That's like one of the cats at work. He was just telling me about his record collection and all that. I'm like, man, that's awesome. That's sick. You know, I think the thing about action figures is it's cool because we could display this stuff pretty easy. When you have like records, it's really hard to kind of get that like display so people can like admire it also, you know. You got Makima. Oh, I did get Makima too. Yeah, I had to get her, bro. You know, I had to get that one. You know why, right? LPZZ versus NART. Yeah, that's gonna be another freaking crazy lines that are coming out too, right? Ghost says, saying, I hope Figworks makes a bomb devil figure. However, the Sakamoto apron is giving me doubts. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, because they definitely are skipping out on some of like the lesser known characters, maybe. So I don't know. I don't know if that's what they're gonna do. Saying, yeah, that was me, dude. Oh, right on, man. Yeah, I catch the DA stream all the time. He's awesome, bro. Shout out to the DA. I like his little song in the beginning. I was like, man, that's such good marketing, bro, for your like streams and stuff. We got Andy's in the house. Andy's Pandy says, yo, let's get real. Yo, shout out to Andy's. Happy birthday to my guys. It's his birthday tomorrow, man. So you guys in the chat, say happy birthday to Andy's, man. It's a cool dude. Las Figuras de Luis Ander, Dummy 13. Is that anime? Could be anime. I haven't watched yet. Because we're moving on. Next up, we got Gear 5 Luffy V2. This time from the Egg Island arc. And shit, man, this is something that Bandai kind of annoys me with. Obviously, like different releases and stuff. But when it's such a popular character, you know they're gonna do it. I did go in for that first Gear 5 one, and I don't know. I'm actually kind of just looking at it right now and just on my shelf, and I'm like, you know what? I haven't even really messed with it too much. But looking at this one looks a hell of a lot better. It doesn't have like that fucking shirt around him to kind of hinder that. I like how this looks, man. It's just like I said, it's annoying to have to buy the same character twice. But whenever I kind of look at these types of releases, I just kind of look at them like extra accessories for that first one. So yeah, Gear 5 Luffy with the hockey, yeah, count me in. Exactly. It's got that many more better accessories packed into it. I just look at it like an overall accessory pack for the first one, or maybe the first one be an accessory pack for this one. I don't know. You can still find uses for it, and I feel like with Gear 5 Luffy, since he has like that fucking tune power, it wouldn't even matter if you had like multiple versions of this one, because this dude's got like that fucking that cartoon power. It's just like, I don't know. You could just kind of, obviously multiply or get all kinds of crazy with it. I've even liked like the stuff that like the Bandai's doing with like the Fig Zero stuff, that huge ass statue where he's like stomping on somebody. Like you could even use that for toy photography, like as far as like a fight scene. I've seen like Band Presto, they do like these little statue versions of him where he's got like a big ass head, huge eyes. Like you could even put those around this, and it just works. They're just like accessories. I always look at shit like that because shit, even right now, I did pick this up. I'm waiting for the second Hokage. If you got the Orochimaru and you get these two little, they're statues, but you put the first Hokage and the second Hokage in front of the Orochimaru from that scene where he's fighting with them and he summons them. Like that's sick. These shits are only $20 too, and they're like perfectly scaled. I actually picked up a Orochimaru too. I'm like looking at it, so it's just like he has like the summoning jutsu. And you kind of put these in front, get like a cool shot going or a cool display going. Like I think that shit's sick. I always like it. The Bandai does that type of stuff because yeah, you get this dude. Obviously, they're not gonna pack in fucking 112 fucking figures in there with the release, but you get this one and the other one, like I said, and you have like a display. That shit just looks sick as fuck, dude. So I feel like you could do the same thing with like this Gear 5 Luffy or any kind of Luffys and stuff. So I don't know. This is one that even though I'm annoyed from that, having to buy it twice, I'm getting it, man. Last figure that says I'm Dominicano. Hey, shout out to Dominican Republic, man. Got a lot of love for the Dominicans out there. Still in Wano arc though, my man Andy's big One Piece fan. ¿Tienes alguna figura de One Piece? Do I have One Piece figures? Yeah, I got a couple, but can't get them on my shelf right now, man. My man Dominican, the Dominican baby. Hey yo, that looks wild. Oh shit, I don't even know what I picked up right now. Well, it was probably that fucking first Hokage. But yeah, I'm liking the stuff that Bandai does when they do these little statues and stuff. The Luffy Gear 5 is a P Bandai exclusive. Oh, is it now? Oh, that kind of fucking sucks. But I don't know. If I can still get my hands on it, I'm going in for it. That shit looks sick, bro. I just like the look of this one better, because like I said, he has like more fucking. It just looks like he's like ready for action a lot more than that first release. That first release was all kinds of fucked up, Hokage should know better than turn his back on Orochimaru. Hey yo, man, I love that fucking story arc, bro, where he like raids the village and shit, and he's fighting the third Hokage. I was like, man, that's the fight that reeled me into Naruto. I was like, fuck, this is getting crazy, bro. I was like, God damn, what's his name? Saratobi? I was like, oh, this fool's going out like a fucking G, bro. Oh man. And then next up, we move into some Gundam figure, the Red Comet, and fuck me, for the life of me, I don't know who the fuck this is, but I've always seen this guy, man. Char Aznable. Is that how you pronounce his fucking name? Because dude, like I said, for the life of me, I've never known who this guy was. I've always just seen him in Gundam pictures and stuff, but I grew up on Gundam Wing, bro. I didn't grow up on this fucking Mobile Suit Gundam shit. It was like, I don't know. It's just not one that I got into. And anytime I saw this guy's design, even though he just looks super iconic in the anime and all that stuff, it's just, I don't know. It didn't intrigue me to want to go in and watch this shit. I was like, ah, man, I don't know what kind of Gundam he fucking flies. I don't know anything about him, man, but I did see there was a lot of hype in the community for this shit, man. A lot of Gundam fans are really stoked on this because I don't know, they're just putting the character out there, you know, and it doesn't look like the greatest of figures, but it doesn't look bad at all. Scope wise, it's got a clean scope to it, but since I don't know anything about it, it's easy pass, you know. But now it got me thinking, man. They go in and make the Gundam Wing characters, you know, you got fucking Hero and all this shit. I don't know, might get them, bro. I actually forgot their fucking names, but all of them were fucking cool, you know. I just really like the goddamn Gundams, man. And I wish there was a company like 3-0 that made Gundams, bro, like a bigger size Gundam. Anytime I look at the robot spirit stuff, it's just they're fucking tiny, bro. They're so tiny. I know you can build them shits. I know Gunpla. Shout out to Gunpla Melly, my girl Gunpla Melly. She's the queen of Gunpla. Fuck, I've always seen that. That's obviously, you know, the tried and true is the Gunpla. The true purist of Gundam fans always go for the Gunpla. But man, I just want a huge ass robot. I think it's Kang Dao Studios or something that makes like these like Gundam inspired design robots, but they're not Gundam, bro, you know. So I just want like a company like that to make them, you know. And I feel like Bandai, I don't know why, it's just something that they always pump out, and I always wonder, man, is everybody buying this shit? Because they make like literally all the Gunpla, they make fucking obviously the robot spirit stuff, but man, I always see like they even have whole Instagram accounts just dedicated to that stuff, and I'm like, man, who's going in for all this shit? Because they all look like solid repaints. So to see a character, like actual character, not a Gundam, I think it's cool. But like I said, it's an easy pass for me. Char as Nabel is the GOAT. He's the original troll. Zek from Wing wished he was Char. Is that a fact? Yeah, like I said, I saw a lot of hype on this one, man. Is this one you're gonna go in for, Ghost Tav? Because I don't know. I feel like this is something you kind of would be up your wheelhouse right here. But like I said, overall, it looks exactly like the character, you know, and I can't say that about it. You know, it doesn't look bad. If I was a fan and I knew more about him, I think I'd be a lot more stoked. But since I don't know anything about this shit, I'm not in for it. My man, yeah, I can understand. I can read Spanish, bro. Aiden Skate is in now. It says, "What's up, everyone?" Yo, hey, what up, man? Man, 8 celebrating that May the 4th be with you. Did you get the D1 Studios Blackhorn? Is that little dragon dude? Is that the one, the Blackhorn? Because I didn't get that one, but I've been seeing a lot of reviews on it. Well, I saw a lot of reviews on it when it came out. It looks fucking dope as fuck. What's cracking, you plastic fiends? Hard, fast, and ugly in the house. Yo, hard, fast, what up, man? And then next up, moving to some My Hero Academia, we got Ochako. And damn, I feel like we talked about this release already, man. But it's like that's one of the reasons I'm getting kind of burnt out from fucking YouTube. Is just the way that these companies are rolling up the news. So they'll give you a teaser image, and they'll give you a pre-order date, and then they'll give you full solicitations. And it's like, I feel like I talk about them like 3 times. It's just like, fuck, that shit gets annoying as hell, you know? So I did remember we talked about this in the past, but now getting the full solicitations of it, I gotta say it's a damn good looking figure, you know. It's definitely got that waifu aesthetic for you jar heads. But man, it's just like I said, if I don't watch this stuff, I'm necessarily not going in for it, you know. It is stuff that you could always just pick up, and then once you get around to watching it, you can, you know, obviously have it in your collection already. And since SH Figure Arts is putting out such good like silhouettes and sculpts and paint on these figures, like, I don't know, man, you know, they might be smart gets because they do end up drying up eventually. You know, especially for some of the important characters, but not really main characters. They're usually the ones that go out pretty fast, you know. Right now I'm currently just kind of fixated on picking up some of the Naruto releases coming up, a few of the One Piece figures, and then a couple of the Dragon Ball stuff, because I know they're gonna get into that Cell Saga. So like I was saying about that Char figure, it's just, if it's something that I don't really necessarily know anymore, I'm easily passing. Where before it wasn't necessarily that. I wouldn't mind going in for something that I thought looked cool and stuff, but I know, man, gotta start fucking I start saving somewhere, you know, because you can't just buy everything. My man, the Dominican, my man says, without offending anyone, I've only watched 2 episodes of My Hero Academia, and it bored me. Hey, yo, my man, bro, you're the Dominican version of me. That's exactly what I said. This is exactly what I said. I said I watched like 5 episodes and it's boring as fuck. I can't get past it. I can't get past it. I feel like I've gone on this rant previously, but man, this is exactly what I said, bro. 100%. I agree. I couldn't agree more, man. Now, my man only got through 2 episodes. I at least watched 5 of them. But man, there's something about it I just can't break through. But anytime I see more of the later episodes and later characters, I don't know. They look cool. Like that bunny bitch, that Miracle, man, she looks awesome. She looks like a dope ass figure, but I have to apply the same rule, man. It's just if I don't know it, I don't want to front, man. You know, I can't go in for it. But sculpt wise, wink wink, sculpt wise, I think it looks sweet, man. My man Hard Fast saying I found a few Figma waifu bootlegs on AliExpress. Not bad. Hey man, solid pickups, bro. That's a good way to save up too, man. I feel like the CT toy stuff, that fucking Mezco toy shit, third party stuff is gonna take over, man. Honestly, yeah, at this rate, they definitely are. I'm definitely getting Char. I'm waiting for these companies to put Chainsaw Man, Macross 7, Chogokin, and Char on pre-order. Already locked my Myth X Odin. Okay, my man. Ghost Tab got the want list ready and shit. He got the fucking the credit card ready. He's about to about to go in on this shit. To be fair, beginning of My Hero Academia is lame. It needs to slowly cook. Fights get nuts like Shangri La Frontier. Okay, that's what I've heard. Man. You definitely have to stick it out a bit, but once you get past that, it's man, it's definitely got its popularity. So I can't front on that. But man, like my man the Dominican said, bro, it's just I don't know, something about it, man. Hustle SM. My Hero Academia is hard watch. I agree. I'm still going to at least complete the seasons. Okay, so man, must be a slow ass burn. I don't know. I gotta just get past that first season, and I think I'll be into it. But for right now, it's a pass for me. And then Shinobu from Demon Slayer, the fucking the Bug Hashira, also getting a release from SH Figure Arts. And man, dude, I'm a fucking idiot for not going in on this line. Like I've had the Figma Tanjiro and the Buzzma Inosuke, and then the Figma Zenitsu for the longest time, and I was like, oh man, I'm good, I'm happy. But man, seeing all the Hashiras and knowing the Bandai's gonna pump them all out, it's like, oh man, that's gonna be such a fucking cool display. That last season, that last episode was just so fucking awesome. I can't wait for that Infinity Castle movie. It's just gonna be off the fucking hook. No spoilers, please, guys. I know some of these guys are gonna have to fucking die. She might be one of the ones that dies, you know, honestly. But man, like I was saying, display wise, getting all the Hashiras, man, from one solid company, and as from what I understand, these figures they move great. You know, their designs don't really lend themselves to too much articulation, but what Bandai does here is pretty clever, especially like in that knees area and stuff. You know, I've seen like a ton of reviews on the figures that have came out already and stuff, but man, like I was saying, it's just if I already had the same character, I don't want to necessarily have to buy them over and over and over and stuff, you know. So I'm a dumbass. I should honestly just bite the bullet and just going for them, at least the Hashiras, because yeah, I think that's just gonna be display wise, it's gonna be off the hook, man. So definitely keeping tabs on them as they come out, but like I was saying, I don't necessarily going for any of them. And then Buzzmod too, I feel like they're gonna finish out a pretty cool display. If you're a fan of this shit, they're definitely gonna put out a good amount of the roster. I honestly lost track of where they're at now as far as the Hashiras go, but Bandai is on their way, man. They're on their fucking way. They've already gone through almost as many figures as Buzzmon, and I think more than Figma has done. I don't even know if Figma is going to continue that line, but I'm pretty sure when the movie comes out, more buzz, more releases are probably going to get shown off. And I wonder if Todd ever gets around to doing them too. Maybe you could just mix and match lines and stuff, just have a cool display. So we got to see. Hard Fast says my first season of My Hero was okay. I dipped after that. Oh, God damn it. God damn it. My man, he's got fucking worries over the figures. The Dominican. Bro, where's Inosuke? Yeah, right. Where's the Inosuke Bandai figure? I feel like they're cooking with that one, dude. And I want to see them do the same type of stuff they're doing with that Chainsaw Man that we just looked at. With that torso, where you have like fucking like 2 cuts on the torso, like ball joint at the waist type of shit. Cause man, he gets fucking dynamic also, man. So we gotta see what's up with that. But yo, moving on. Keeping in with that little waifu aesthetic, moving to some Snail Shell action. We got new bunny girl release, and man, I feel like they know where the money's at, bro. These guys ain't fucking dumb. They're not dumb, dude. They know exactly where the money's at. And as I go to HLJ, this has got to be one of the top pre-orders all the time. Anytime they put out anything on HLJ, or obviously any kind of pre-order, it's always like one of the highest selling pre-orders on HLJ. I like that they give you like that little top 10 list or whatever. But yeah, this Panzer Bunny and Elise, man, she looks fucking cool, bro. She looks fucking cool. Wink, wink. One for the jar. Easy army builder on this. Like, this is gonna be one that sells out, guys. This is gonna be one that definitely sells out. Like my man the Dominican saying, yes, baby. Yep, you know it. NYC, he must have heard the Snail Shell call in the house. He says, you're oh man, yeah, exactly. Snail Shell for the win. It's crazy to see like just how much excitement gets put out there for these like releases from these guys. It's not like any kind of specific, IP or anything, but like the designs that they're taking inspiration from and making figures of, man, they're fucking hot sellers, man. Like I was just saying, like on HLJ, they're always like one of the top pre-orders. Anytime it gets closer to the release date for them, you just see their pre-orders dry up across the board. US Gundam and all that shit sells out. Fucking 5K sells out. HLJ, they just start drying up fast. I think everybody's picking up that zombie girl right now. And man, they're digging that one. So it's like I'm saying, man, this is stuff you gotta lock up as you see it go. Especially on sites like 5K, they usually just take a little NRD down. I usually go in for these like on HLJ. I actually had that zombie girl just hit my pile of loot in my HLJ warehouse not too long ago. I gotta get that shit out, but I usually go in for them in sites like that, and just I don't know, man. It's just they're cool releases as they come out, and like I said, since they lend themselves to be army built, it's good to always lock in at least two, especially with characters with this type of design. That zombie girl, I was like, you know what? I just need one of her. But the more and more I think of it, it's like, man, they might get around to making characters that are similar to that also. Same thing they did right here with this bunny design, man. It's just like, hey, man, more bunny girls and never hurt nobody. So definitely one I'm locking up. I did like that first bunny girl had that exclusive, and I was like, man, the exclusive one to me looked better. It was like the black bunny suit. I like the skin tone a little bit better. And I was like, man, I never got it. But I was like, man, they should have made the black bunny suit the regular version so it could be army built, man. But now, happy to see this release come around. It's like, oh, okay, I understand. Trust the process, baby. It's like my boy, my boy said, trust the process, man. You're gonna get what you want. Just slow it down, buddy. But I did go in for two of those first bunny releases, and yeah, I'm probably gonna go in for two of these also. That's necessarily where I stop at. I don't gotta go too deep into them, but I gotta buy 4 of them and shit. But I'm not mad at the people that do that either, man. But yeah, this is definitely gonna be one of the hotter pre-orders of the week for sure. I finally got my Grease zombie. I'm a double pervert now. A double pervert. I like that. It's like I was a pervert before, but now I'm double. Weird for me to say, but it looks pretty tame for Snail Shell. It's tame, but in a good, classy way. I don't know. I kind of like this, bro. I don't need to be like my boy Hard Fast. I like this. This is still classy. It's still classy to still have that fucking like that army built shit. I'm doing the same thing with the maid girl. But man, just giving her like fucking assault rifles and shit. Like I like this shit right here. It's like, yeah, this looks awesome. It just reminds me of like fucking Cammy from Street Fighter 2, especially like in her Killer Bee outfit and all that stuff. It's just, I don't know why, it just reminds me of that. He says, haha, the Snail Shell call. Yeah, you must have heard it, man. My man Will saying for scientific purposes only. Of course, that's what the jars are for, man. What do you think of the Rapid Gun Bunny Squad girls? You know what? I like what they're doing, but it's something about them that like the faces, like, do they have fangs? It's like, man, I don't know if I like that. And then what Snail Shell really like gets me on is like the matte finish on their figures without it kind of like, look at the bunny suit. It's like glossy. It's like, oh, it's nice, but like the figure itself, it's got like a nice matte finish to it. I haven't picked up any of the Rapid Bunny Squad girls, but I don't know. I'm already a fan of what Snail Shell is doing. I feel like this is it for me. Like as far as bunny releases, I feel like they're gonna give me my fix. Snail Shell is killing it. Zoom says that zombie girl might be my new favorite. Hey, yo, I know that's gonna definitely be on a lot of top tens, man. That's gonna be on definitely a lot of top tens. My zombie girl has weak knees. Good overall though. Luis Sanders says, whoever leaves is gay. My man, Dominican. She's a zombie mummy. Yeah, I know. I gotta get my hands on. Like I said, it hit my pile of loot like not too long ago, but I have a few things in there. I also have like those 2.0 Deadpools, or are they like 1.5 versions? I forgot. I have that, and then got a couple of them, the Mayfex joints and shit. I gotta get that shipped out though. My man Darth G in the building says, "What's up, yo, Darth? What up, man?" Still contemplating going in on that tactical maid. Oh, there ain't nothing to think about it, bro. There ain't nothing to think about. I feel like that's gonna be one of my favorite Snail Shell release of the year. I just like the design of that one, man. It's just like a fucking tactical maid, bro. It's like, man, that's awesome. So be on the lookout for this one. If this one comes out by the end of the year, I don't know, man. It's gonna be between this and the maid. That's for damn sure, man. And if you're a fan of the ladies, man, it looks like NOTA Studio is teasing out some of their upcoming female bodies. And man, just crazy the amount of excitement these guys get from just like these types of promotional images. It's just like little hand picks, because the figure wise, what we're looking at looks pretty fucking awesome. Like just sculpt wise and all this shit, the articulation that they're doing in making for these figures. It's crazy the amount of engineering that they're doing it for this, man. And then you see like Marvel Legends. It's like for the longest time they couldn't even get their figures to stand, their lady figures to stand. No double jointed elbows. Where these guys, it's like, man, they're like dedicating a shit ton of time to engineering proper female figures, and I mean proper, guys. And I mean proper. Yeah, this is awesome. I don't necessarily know too much about it, like if it's going to be 3 separate releases, or if it's the same body with different head sculpts. To me, they look a little bit different, especially this one with like the yellow kind of looks a little bit more slimmer up top. But man, it equally dope. I'm just kind of waiting to see just more information on these, like if they're gonna use these for particular characters or maybe get like painted up models of them. But man, even if it's just this, I know a lot of people are using that crazy figure female body right now for a lot of customs, a lot of kit bashing. But then now you're seeing them put out like a main figure or main character type, where it's got like painted up head and all this stuff. Obviously people are waiting for that Romanky reissue. Shout out to my man Zoom. I know my man Zoom ain't waiting for more. He's got like 30 of them things. But yeah, I know people are waiting for that reissue, man. So man, it's cool to see that these companies are definitely taking the lead when it comes to like engineering proper female figures. Like I was saying, proper, guys, and I mean proper. Because yeah, what you're getting from Marvel Legends, it's like, yeah, now you're seeing a lot of cool stuff like that Black Widow body, some of that stuff. Man, the releases are few and far between, where right here it's like, man, these guys are just, they're allowing it's like customizer heaven whenever companies like this put stuff out, so be on the lookout for this stuff. Like I said, I don't have any more information outside of just the promotional images. But looks like NOTA's cooking, man. They're cooking behind the scenes, because along with that, they are also making another male body figure, so more of a regular guy type of body. I like this too, man. This looks cool, and it's crazy to see, like I said, just the movement that it allows for such a bigger build. It can be done, man. It can definitely be done. And after seeing stuff like this, that's what gets you frustrated to kind of go back and pick up a Marvel Legend. It's like I was saying, I picked up that Miles this past week, and it's like, man, this shit kind of bonk, bro. It's like, man, and it's just regular domestic fodder, it's $25, whatever, obviously this might be a little bit more, but it could be done by these types of companies. It could definitely be done by companies like McFarlane or Hasbro, even if it's maybe cheaper quality plastic. At least the engineering needs to be in there, So I always see these types of releases like the advancement of action figures and shit. It's not just gonna be a fucking Bucky cap for the next 20 goddamn years or whatever, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be on the lookout for these, especially these ones right here, the ladies, bro. These are gonna be hot. So you gotta wait to see. Saying, yeah, these look really damn good. Yeah, they look awesome. So gotta wait to see that. My man, the Dominican says, yeah, he's like, I don't know about the articulation, but overall, he likes what he's seeing. Zoom. Yeah, Zoom had like 30 of them things. I'm gonna need some of these too. Yeah, exactly. Customizer heaven, man. Shout out to Zoom. I know he gets down with the customizing and stuff. So gotta wait. These waifus need to come in more flavors, like the ice cream video, Romanki versus NOTA. Yeah, I think they might do that. I think they will do that, honestly, because I don't see them just making like one solid skin tone and then that's it. I think they know it could be different kind of skin tones that they'll get different kind of money going their way, you know. So and it's easy. It's just a solid like paint difference or whatever. My man, the Dominican liking this shit. Dad bought action figure out. Now I need 112 scale yacht. Yeah, right. Oh man, I'm surprised people haven't done that fucking that shit that these guys do, the morning routine, like little 112 accessories of that shit with the ice water and all that, the cucumber and banana peels and all that shit. I've been cool little accessory set. They should do that. But yo, keeping it with NOTA, looks like they're also gonna put out a Lord of the Rings line. Man, this is game changing right here. This could be game changing where kind of annoys the fuck out of me, man, honestly, because it's like we just got the Hellcat stuff getting shown off. I said Bandai's not gonna be it for me. I don't think I'm gonna go the Bandai route. I think they can go kick rocks. I think what they're gonna do is gonna be pretty cheap looking. I'm liking what Hellcat's doing. Soft goods, got rooted hair and stuff. And I was like, maybe I can mix the lines. Maybe I don't have to get all the Hellcat stuff. Maybe I give the little hobbits and shit. Just be Bandai, like whatever, little wieners anyway. I'm not gonna mess around with them too much. It's here. You ain't gonna have to mix any kind of lines. You could just dedicate yourself to getting this line of figures. This shit's gonna be game changing. It just, like I said, it just annoys me that now this is the third option. Just bitched about Demon Slayer figures. Annoys the fuck out of me, man. It's like I wish I knew all the fucking choices at the beginning. I can make my, pick my option or whatever, but this is gonna be game changing. I'm excited for this. I think they're teaming up with I don't know if it's LPZZ or it was NOTA and some other company. Forgot where exactly I read it from. But it's gonna be like two companies kind of coming together to do this. But I can't remember who the other company was. I can't remember if it was LPZZ or somebody else. But it's something that got me excited this week, just seeing this little teaser image, because obviously people are familiar with what NOTA has done. I've picked up like their Old Man Logan figure, their Rurouni Kenshin figure, their that fucking Wukong figure that they put out. They put out a few things already. I think they put out like a Winter Soldier, Captain America figure. They put out quite a few things, and I feel like they're definitely an improvement as far as soft goods above Mezco. But also they got the things that I don't like necessarily some of the times. There's a few things that I don't necessarily like, but man, this is exciting just to see how they come out swinging with this. So definitely be on the lookout for this, like Hus was saying. NOTA wants all our money. Yeah, exactly. Home is behind, the world ahead. Yeah, man, this is good. And then, like I was saying, man, it's just cool to see Lord of the Rings get that love, because to me, and now I look at it like the better trilogy. Honestly, I used to say no, hands down, Star Wars is easily better than Lord of the Rings. I don't necessarily look at it like that anymore, and I feel like because of movies like this, it definitely like created like more love for this type of like genre, like fantasy. Obviously, you got Game of Thrones that came out. A lot of people jumped on it with that. But man, because of shit like this, you start to get companies like V Toys putting out their types of releases where you got this crazy fucking knight figure. I don't know much about this, but it is an upcoming pre-order from them. And this thing looks like it moves really well. These are just images floating around online. Just some of like the articulation, just the fluidity of this figure, man. It looks pretty good, for all that armor that it has, for it to be able to do this type of shit. It's like, yeah, this thing can double grip a fucking sword like easily. It's got these crazy butterfly joints and stuff. Looks like it has. So yeah, I'm excited just to see this, and it just looks like a fucking dope ass knight. Without even having any kind of lore attached to it. You could definitely get this plugged into shots with like your Mythic Legions. Obviously, we're just saying, Lord of the Rings, get maybe a cool little display going and stuff. Shit like that I like, so definitely gonna be on the lookout for this. Looks like it's early promotional images right here. We only got like an early prototype, but this looks to be like a fully painted model, and just based off of like how it's moving and stuff, I can't imagine it being too far away from like a release date and stuff. Even or a pre-order, I mean. So be on the lookout for that. Because along with that, we are also getting promotional images or uh pre-model images of this Death Dealer from Loose Collector. And yeah, prototype wise, like this thing looks like it moves really well. I like that they got a little fun with it, got some goofy poses in with this shit. Definitely showing the articulation on it, but man, again, I like what Harbinger Studios cooked up with their Death Dealer. The price that they offered was just too good to pass up. I had to lock in two. I had to get two of those pre-orders in, man. This being at $350, it better move like this. It better move like this and more. You know what I'm saying? Plastic wise, it better feel top quality, because that price on that was just, man, I still couldn't believe it. This morning when I was gathering images for the show, I was like, how much did this thing cost again? Was it 250? To see it was $350. I was like, fuck, man, I can't even remember it was that much. It's just outrageous amount. Obviously, though, like I was saying, articulation wise, it looks like it moves really well, man. Maybe a little bit more than what you would need it to do. I don't want to say that all the time, but I'm definitely not gonna be posing them out like this, But it's good that it is packed in, because if it wasn't, that would definitely be a talking point about it. So it's good that it can move like this, I was just talking about that Knight being able to double grip a weapon. This thing is double gripping a weapon very easily. So you really swing that fucking axe pretty nice. And then yeah, just obviously the accessories it's gonna come with is iconic shield. The size on this thing is pretty nice. A little bit on the taller side. I was kind of surprised to see this. I actually thought it was going to be a little bit more closer to this Gladiator Mythic Legion all the way on the right here. So to see it's taller than a Masterverse He-Man, it's kind of, I don't know. I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. I think I was saying that with the Harbinger Studios one, that the Mezco one was just too short. It was just too short. I want this guy to be bigger. I don't know exactly like the size of the Harbinger Studios one, like compared to anything else, but from what I could see in the images, it looked good. I was like, this thing looks good. It looks like it's a 7-inch scale figure, but because of the character, I don't mind it. I still would want him to be on the bigger end. I just kind of feel like it's just maybe a smudge too tall. Like it being, obviously the helmet, but it being like those Masterverse figures, I'm like, man, those things are pretty freaking tall. I like him because I just have him with my Motu figures, but no, man, I don't know if that's a good thing. Could have been a little shorter, but I don't know. Maybe it's just nitpicking, I'm gonna nitpick, bro. So to see that that's like that tall, this horse has got to be big as fuck. Like this horse got to be huge, bro. Where like I was saying, I was kicking myself for missing out on that D20 Fish Toys, the black one, the Black Stallion or whatever. Because I wanted to get it for that Death Dealer. I just wasn't thinking ahead. I ended up getting the fucking brown horse, which I love. Actually, if I ever had a horse, it would be a brown one. I don't know why. It's just they look better to me. But man, a dope black fucking stallion for this dude would have been fucking sick. So hopefully they put out another round of pre-orders for that, or maybe if they are available, I just haven't really gone to look. They weren't on 5K. I just didn't bother to go back. But yeah, this horse is gonna be big as fuck. But sculpt wise, it looks pretty awesome. Definitely showing a little bit of the posing you could do with it, but it ain't gonna move like that fucking Fish 20 joint, man. That Fish 20 joint, I was like, yeah, you know what? I should have bought more of these fucking things. I actually like it a lot more. The more I messed around with it, I was like, man, it looks good. But yeah, you gotta wait to see what's up with this and who goes in for it. It's still available for pre-order on Loose Collector's website, Executive Replicas. I think it's on the Frazetta Art Museum website, and I believe BBTS also still has their pre-orders open. So you can lock it in. $350. It says second quarter 2025. I mean, based off of this little prototype model, I don't necessarily think that. I think it might get pushed to the third quarter, but still got a few months in this quarter, so maybe. But I think it's going to be closer to the end of the summertime when we see a release on this one. But so far so good from what he's showing off. You know, if his intention was to show off how well it moves, I think he executed that extremely well because this thing looks like it moves a lot. This actually surprised me. I was like, man, this thing's gonna not be able to do this. So to see this, I was like, oh, that's pretty nice, you know, pretty nice. So man, I don't know. People might still lock it in, you know, even at that price point. The photo shot with the knight carrying the girl missed a huge opportunity by not carrying a snail shell figure instead. Bingo. Twilight is the best. Is it now? Twilight is the best. Are you talking about that vampire movie? Or am I missing something? Shoulders look wide. I canceled my pre-order. You know, like I was saying, it just feels, yeah, because you look at it, yeah, if you kind of look at it next to that figure to his right of it, to the left of it, it's like, yeah, that's a tall figure too, and that's like got a bigger frame, and it's just like, yeah, look at his shoulders. Look at his shoulders, but man, I don't know. I don't know, man. I mean, it still looks cool to me. From what I've seen in the promotional images and just seeing this, I'm like, you know what, it looks cool, but I don't think it looks 350 cool, even with the fucking horse. It's like, I don't think I need it for 350, you know? I think it looks cool. Had this thing been like 200, I'm like, yeah, I'll probably get it. Shit. And I'll still get the Harbinger Studios one. Fuck it, who cares? Fucking Death Dealer Universe, baby. The multiverse of Death Dealers, man. Let's do it. But yeah, I don't know. Just that 350 is just too fucking much, you know. Yeah, exactly. You say if it was a cheaper company, but no, that's too expensive. Shoulders look wide. I canceled my pre-order and 830 for canceling, but oh well. I bought more Mythic Legion horses. Okay. Yeah, see, yeah. I don't know. I gotta wait to see when it comes. You should have waited, Obi-Wan. Come on, bro. This guy canceled it off of the goddamn shoulders. It's like, damn, I thought I was hard on shit. This guy fucking saw one pick and he ate $30. Should have waited for more, bro. Come on. Oh man. Hey man, you made up your mind. Can't front, man. But man, if you need a fucking horse, you're not going in for that one. Like I was saying, these Fish Toys horses, man. Looks like they're putting out a battle armor pack for the horses, and this shit looks crazy, bro. This shit is actually what made me think, man, I should have bought more of the fucking horses. Like, god damn it, bro. You know, it's like you ain't never gonna need too many fucking horses. You should have a whole fucking army of those motherfuckers, because then you're gonna see shit like this. It's like, damn, yeah, this is awesome, you know. So like I was saying, if they open up another pre-order for these, I'll probably lock in another one, maybe get the armor kit. Maybe they do like a little combo pack where you just buy both, you know. That would be pretty fucking smart. So yeah, I'm gonna be on the lookout for this when it comes out. I just like this type of stuff too. Just upgrade packs for stuff you need already, not a whole nother release, you know. I mean, maybe it might be a whole nother release, but if it's just the armor pack, I think that's fucking genius also, because there might be people that, yeah, don't want more horses or whatever, and they're like, man, you know, I don't want to buy a whole nother new one. I feel like they killed that wolf with that shit too much. They put that wolf out too many times, like way too many like armor packs and all this other shit. I'm like, bro, nobody want all that shit, man. Ghost Taz says, I got tired of waiting, went the fancy Japanese website and paid extra to lock the Chainsaw Man and Char Anzabel. Anznabel. How the fuck you say his last name, bro? I'm just gonna call him Char. SH Figuras is muy caro. Yeah, you telling me, man. Shit, tariff prices, baby. Blame the orange man. Where are the griffins though? Yeah, where the fuck are those griffins? You're right, bro. Where the fuck are those, man? Forgot about those things, man. I'm waiting on that. And I'm waiting on that fucking battle cat thing. Where's that at? Didn't 5K say pre-order open soon? Is it because of the fucking tariffs? Bro, come on, guys. Stop complaining. Stop complaining, guys. It's only money. So be on the lookout for this as it comes out. And then staying on this little fantasy theme. Obviously, Mythic Legions, man. Tried and true for a lot of people. Looks like showed off their Legions Con exclusive this year. So you're getting an early look at it. They did do this over a live stream, and I didn't happen to check it out myself. I just ran out of time. But I was kind of reading up on it a little bit this morning. The Tale of the Crossroads. So obviously they always whip up these cool little stories, you know, kind of create more characters and stuff. And it's kind of funny to see like the chatter around this stuff online sometimes. You got the trolls, you know, the trolls going in on stuff, you know, calling shit. Shout out to Matt NYZ shared a post with me. I guess it was from the Cabal or Facebook or somewhere. They were calling this the faction of repaints. And I'm like, man, that's brutal. That is fucking brutal. But you know what? It kind of, hey man, if it hurts, it's because it's kind of true. You know, if it hurts, because it might be true, guys. You know, I'm sorry to say. But it might be fucking true, you know. But we get into the releases, and they look pretty cool, man. Just from what I saw, I was like, you know what? Like, even though they are repaints, they're not bad looking repaints, you know. Obviously, like I always say, the charm of this line, like everybody always says, is the pop and swap. You know, you get different characters being formed by just interchanging parts and stuff. So anytime you get like these newer releases, um you know, they might have a different part in here, you know, scattered in there, mixed in there, and it allows for excitement, I guess, to kind of just get that part and then also be able to recreate stuff with the other parts that you might have. Maybe you wanted an army build other shit, you just didn't have enough parts or whatever. So we have the warrior and the revenant. So this is gonna be one of the packs. So you got like this warrior type, and yeah, like I was saying, you're able to mix and match different kind of face plates, different kind of head portraits or whatever, armor bits, and yeah, I can definitely see people buying multiples of this, man, because you're gonna want to, you know, you're just gonna want to. It's got a cool fucking helmet. I love that green undead head sculpt that just has like that zombie look to it. And to me, I just love it whenever I see colors like this shit. They just pop on a figure. It's just, you know, you got like all this muted armor and shit, battle worn, and then you got this bright green. I don't know, the contrast on that to me just always looks fucking dope. And I always feel like the figures that these guys put out with this stuff, like those brighter colors, I always feel like they sell a lot better. Every time I want to backtrack on some of those, I feel like those are the ones that are no longer there. So I could definitely see this one selling really well. Just like I was saying, just to army build, easily army build. Like this knight right here, this warrior, like yeah, I would want at least like 4, 6 of these guys. Like they look that fucking cool, you know. And then yeah, and then the cherry on top is that you just get all this extra cool shit, you know. So you get undead version if you want your Necronominous fucking, you know, factions and stuff. You kind of line them up right there. Always brings people back from the dead or whatever. And then like I was saying, this gives it a more toyetic factor, you know. And then this helmet too. I've seen this helmet a lot, so I would want this for like another figure that I have already. Kind of create something. So that looks fucking sweet. I do like that. And then we move into the other 2 releases. We got the ladies. We got fuck, where the fuck are the fucking names to this shit? It's like, god damn it, guys, you give me the whole ass rundown. The nymph and the churel. So I think this is the nymph, like if I'm guessing correctly, because like I said, I click on the pictures and they give me this long ass bio that I ain't about to read. But yeah, solid repaints right here going on right here. Sorry about the slides. I feel like something's fucking happening with this shit on StreamYard. Let me know if it's all glitchy or if it's all good. Oh, this might be the nymph or whatever, and the churel. So I don't know. Looks like this bitch brings people back from the dead. Looks like this bitch is dead. I don't know. I guess I gotta read their bios for real to really know what's up with them. But just going back to the parts and stuff, you get the soft goods action. Like this little cloak that she has looks pretty cool. You could definitely use that for other figures, you know, non legions. Maybe you could even create your own death figure. You just get like a skeleton, put this little fucking thing on there. You could just be flashing cats and shit, walking around naked. So that would look cool. And then this head sculpt, I thought this head sculpt was one of the better head sculpts that they've ever put out, but fuck me, have they used it to hell and back. It's like, god damn it, guys, just stop already. Like, please just stop. You know, it's like, come up with a new one. You know, maybe tweak it around a bit. I think this one might be the new one right here, so you get a little extra bonus head. And then I like that they got creative with that undead green head sculpt. It's like they still add that into this release, but it's just like, I mean, you could put it on the bitch's body, but that would look kind of crazy. Well, maybe not. It's 2025, bro. It's, you know, those are real people now. But yeah, it definitely has a cool amount of accessories and shit. But for me, for my money, I would definitely go in for those knight figures. I just feel like they got more shit going on right here, potential wise, you know. So it looks like it's gonna be a hot ticket right here. This one, and then this one, I could see it selling well too. But I could see people just going in for one. You know, that night pack though, I could see people buying like wanting to buy 4 or 5. I don't know if they're gonna limit people, but I could see that thing selling out very fast. You know, so shout out to the people that are going. I believe this is a Legion's Con exclusive. So it's gonna be sometime in November or whatever. And then yeah, like I was saying, this one's the one I would go for, but I don't know, either or. Pretty fucking sweet, man. So yeah, shout out to the people that are going out there. That shit, it looks like an awesome con. It looks like it's like the fucking more exciting than SDCC and NYCC, honestly, man. It looks like they got more shit going on out there. More indie shit at least, you know. So there's a lot more I guess an excitement overall. Hustle SM saying the Battle Cat pre-order needs to get here soon. Fingers crossed. Yeah, man, I'm waiting on that shit, man. And tariffs are the COVID for action figure world. We got to give it a couple years to get back to normal. Hold your breath, guys. Yeah, exactly, man. I'm not sweating it, bro. I've actually been learning more and more about like the situation and stuff, and I'm like, you know what? Gotta wait it out. Gotta wait it out, guys. It's not the end of the world, you know. Especially when it's this, especially when it's fucking toys. It's just like, bro, it's toys at the end of the day. Yeah, they're gonna get more expensive, but they don't act like children. You know what I mean? They need their bottle and shit. It's like, god damn, guys, we're fucking adults here, guys. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. So let's try to act like it, I guess. But man, it's the internet, bro. The internet's gonna fucking internet. Goes to not a lot of bio needed for a character named Nymph. Yeah, I know, right? For real. For real. It's insane. Just gotta adapt to the situation. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like anything, you gotta adapt. You gotta adapt to anything, and I always feel like, hey, it might be for the best, might be for the worst. So that is yet to be determined, But staying with this Four Horsemen news, looks like they got in stock sale coming up May 8th, so a few days from now. Looks like Wednesday or whatever. So it looks like they're gonna have that latest figure obscura, a couple of the exclusives up here look pretty cool. That Ramulus figure, got my eye on that one. I want to get another one of those. I bought one previously, and I'm like, man, why didn't I get two? Like, I need another one of him. And then I like that Skull dude. What was that Zolocon joint? That Skull dude looked pretty cool. If these are relatively easy to get, I'm gonna try to see what's up. Try to lock some stuff in. Like I was saying, I want that Ramulus figure, and then that Ganesha ended up selling out or whatever. Obviously not selling out if they got in stock sale, but pre-order ended up closing. And yeah, maybe get another look at it because it was a cool one. And then that I don't know if this was a Joe Fest exclusive or I forgot what con it was, but it got that Roadblock inspired one too. That one looked pretty cool. ATL 25, I think his name was. I like they get clever with that shit. So pretty cool to see some of these going back in stock for people that want them. Just be sure to be on the site. I guess they do start selling out fast. I know these in stock sales are usually bloodbaths and shit. So maybe there might be some excitement going on. But moving to the Mezco Rumble Society Woodford. And this is why I didn't do the show last week, guys. I was embarrassed to say I went in for this fucking thing. Oh man, we get into this fucking frog motherfucker, this fucking toad looking dude, and god damn it, bro. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I saw this is going up for pre-order the next day. Obviously, you get all the photographers, you get all the promotional images. They send them out to the influencers and stuff, and they start taking awesome pictures. Great photography going on. You get excited, bro. You get excited even though you fucking know that you're probably not going to put together the same kind of photo or even attempt to, in my case. But man, the excitement starts kicking in, man. Starts kicking in the overdrive. You see, obviously the photographer is getting down with it. It looks fucking awesome. You get to see some of the accessories getting showcased and stuff. Man, the excitement's there, man. Dude, their marketing fucking worked. When this went up for pre-order the next day, $116, and I was like, god damn, wait, what the fuck? maybe I didn't look at the photographer's pictures enough. Was I missing something? Does it come in more shit? And I was like, I guess not. I guess that's it. You know, I just looked through the promotional images of what Mezco was putting together, and I said, yeah, looks good to go. I'm ready. I'm ready to buy. I added to my cart. $24 shipping, I think it was 24 or 22. The whole thing ended up costing me $156 with the tax and the shipping. $156 for this fucking frog. And we're going through the images, man. I mean, I think anybody could say it looks cool. Yeah, it looks cool, right? It looks fucking awesome. It looks pretty dope, you know. Cool little toy, you know, especially if you got that Doc Knock and shit. It's like, yeah, you get his little fucking sidekick. Yeah, you're gonna be fucking cooking, man. This looks awesome. $156 awesome. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I went full retard here. I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't get the image with the frog in it, but these are the accessories that it comes with. It's not a lot, man. It's not a lot of shit. It's, yeah, I don't know, man. It's just something that I just overlooked, honestly. I just thought, you know what? I already made up my mind the day prior. I said, it looks cool. I'm waiting for it to go for pre-order. It's here, and I just locked it in. And after I pre-ordered it, I was like, wait a minute. Did I just buy this shit for close to $160? I was like, what the fuck was I thinking? What the fuck was I thinking, dude? Am I happy to have it? Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's already starting to ship out. So, you know, obviously I got it, but what was I thinking? It was like, man, I wasn't thinking. It's like I wasn't thinking, because if I really would have thought about it, I would have been like, that's just too much, you know, it's just too fucking much. When I saw this shit, I thought it was gonna be like $90. I thought it was gonna be $90. Obviously, with the $20 shipping, 110, probably 120 is gonna be max price for me. To see it was fucking 100. I was like, fuck. I think it really kicked in, because after I buy anything from Mezco, you know, obviously I'll buy it through PayPal. I'll buy it through PayPal, and then later on, like a little bit after the purchase is done, PayPal like messages me. They always message me like, hey, you know, you just made a payment to this. And when I got that text, I looked at it like, this shit was $156. And I was like, wait, what? Let me go back on the site. What the fuck is this shit? Look at this shit. I was like, man, hopefully there's hype on this shit. Hopefully, maybe I don't feel like the only idiot. Hopefully other people say they got it. Shout to my man Will. He said he got it. Yes. I was like, God damn it, bro. I was like, fuck was I thinking, dog? It's like, holy fuck, man. You know, and like I was saying, I think anybody can say it looks cool, right? But it's just, damn, man. They pulled a fast one. And they got away with fucking murder. That's the only way I can describe it, man. They got away with fucking murder, because this shit is outrageous. And it's like the one thing that always annoys me with Mezco stuff. That's why I don't have too many of them, like the Rumble Society shit, or even like some of the regular releases. It's a goddamn exclusive. It's like, fuck you guys. I don't want to pay $20-something to ship. You guys are pieces of shit, man. Like, I'm not the only one that have said it. I'm probably like the last person to say it, man. Mezco, you guys are pieces of fucking crap. You got to do something about that shipping, man. And it's like, I say this, but their shit always sells out. So it's like, why would they change? There's plenty of retards like me out there that are just fucking dumb. More so. It's like, fuck, man. But overall, I feel like their marketing tactic, it fucking worked, man. Sending that shit out to the fucking people and them, like, man, it always works. It worked with that fucking mech. When I started seeing those pics, I was like, I can't miss out on this mech. I gotta get it. I gotta fucking get it, man. And it's just like, goddamn. So I don't know. Man, saying he has so many cool display options. Yeah, he does. You know what? It like I said, it's a cool looking toy. It looks fucking cool. It just looks dope. But it's just like, when you really look at it, it's like, no, man, this shit should not cost this. And I should be okay with missing out, you know. Like my man Will, he says, I got the frog, but at the same time, it's like, you can't be mad at it. You know, you see something, you like it, you want it, and you buy it. You know, that's perfectly fine. But man, it's something that didn't sit with me. Like I was saying, I like bought it, and then like 10 minutes later, I got the text, and I looked at my phone, and I was like, "What the fuck was I thinking?" And I started asking people, "Hey, did you get the frog? Did you get the frog?" I messaged my boy NYC, messaged my boy Boncho, and they were like, "Fuck no, I'm not an idiot." I messaged my boy Wavy. Shout out to my boy Wavy. He's like, "Fuck no, I'm not a fucking idiot." And I'm like, "Oh man, I didn't even want to admit it." Does it come with the butler option? Yeah, it comes with like all this stuff right here. So you get his little butler option, or you get like the little Indiana Jones little getup and stuff. Cool weapons. Yeah, like I said, it has a cool look to it, but man, that's just outrageous. I almost copped. You're a better man than me, Wavy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say you're a better man than me. I will take it off you. Oh man, hey, that's the option, right? See, that's what I'm saying. That's a little bit of like relief when you see, okay, am I a fucking retard? And then you go look and like, oh, hey, waitlisted. There might be some hype on it. Maybe we'll see. My man Zoom might have a fucking customer right here. 156. That's 2 maximum legends. Yeah, right. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like, dude, and how the fuck can I sell it if I sold it for this? I was like, if I bought it for this, how the fuck can I sell it? It's like, what the fuck? So yeah, I'm a fucking moron. Frog looks amazing. Why was shipping $24? Because Mezco fucking go fuck themselves. That's fucking why. There's no other reason. There's no other reason behind that. Do some photos with this frog doing that troll with the cucumber on Bumble? Yeah, yeah, that fucking with the water and shit. Yeah, that looks. Oh man, hey yo, my man Boncho, Papa V. Oh shit, shout out to Papa Schmitty and the fucking frog collection. Oh fuck, I went full Schmitty, bro. Oh man, I never felt worse. I've never felt worse, bro. FOMO is a hell of a drug, is a hell of a thing. I'm still chasing Mezco Vaporoni. Oh man, that was another one, right? That was another one that I remember when people saw that they were like, "Nah, this is stupid. I like the first Vapor. This one looks dumb." I was like, yeah, I kind of agree. I was like, whatever, I passed. And then once it sold out, man, you see that thing, people are wanting that shit. I'm still good. I was good with my original thought on it, but yeah, there's sometimes that's the thing with this shit. It's like it's exclusive. You got to make up your fucking mind, and these guys are smart to have done that the day prior. I made up my mind. I was like, oh, this shit looks sick. Got the Doc Knock. I was like, yeah, this is gonna look awesome next to him. Cool, I'm getting it. And then once I saw the price, I was like, 116. I was like, well, nobody else is gonna be thinking about it like me. Let me just buy this shit. Man, I'm a fucking idiot. I'm a fucking idiot, man. But yeah, that wasn't the only release they put out. Because next up, we got the Crab Louie and the Decapod Gang, and that was a pre-order that went up this week. Where man, I knew I was completely out of it because I avoided any kind of teasers from this. I had no idea, not even the day of. I think I caught this the second day. I just been real busy this last week. So I don't know. When I saw this, I was like, what the fuck? This is going up for pre-order? And then I looked, I was like, oh, it already went up for pre-order. I was like, oh shit. Also waitlisted, but after seeing this from those promotional images of the Decapod Gang, I was like, I don't like the design of this. This is something that even if I would have gotten to see ahead of time, I still would have passed. Those Decapod gangsters, though, those are going up in the aftermarket from what I understand. There's something about those that I didn't really like either. I wasn't a fan of the head sculpts too much, but in this Rumble Society world that these guys have created, the shit works, you know. It works just for like characters that look like this, just fucking way out there, kind of really bugged out designs that they have all the times and shit. It works for their shit, you know, and it works for stuff too where you'll get like characters like that Art the Clown and shit from the Terrifier, and even you can even throw that into like a Rumble Society shot and stuff. It just kind of works, you know. Like obviously they're showcasing it right here versus the Black Skull Death Brigade. You're able to kind of do shit like that. You know, obviously he's got like that sailor aesthetic, so all those past like Rumble Society characters that have to do with like water and shit, you could probably get some shots with that. So yeah, this is one that I it wasn't really for me, but after seeing that Crab Shack that Jay Kai put out, or Kai Lab put out, you could definitely get some shots going in with that and the Decapod gangsters and stuff. So you could definitely cook some stuff up with that. I did see, I did kind of think about it like that in that aspect of that's why it would sell out. But like I was saying, it would be a lot better if you already have these Decapod, that Decapod 2-pack. You know, it would definitely build out a cooler looking display, or just easier to take photography of it because just because of the design of this character. It just has like the specific design to it also, you know. But man, it's just one that I passed up on. Maybe if they kind of get reuse out of this somehow or something, maybe like a different color, different head sculpts on it and shit, I could definitely see them doing that. And then it looks to be like a bigger body also from like what I was looking at. I was like, man, this shit kind of side by side with one of these black skulls, it looks a lot bigger, you know. So I don't necessarily know if that's something that's new for them, like a newer body, or if they're just kind of reusing for something else, kind of just added stuff to it. But overall, it's cool enough for what it is. You know, it's just like I was saying, it's not for me. Will Flow, pass on the crab. Mezco got me once. Yeah, exactly. But I don't know. I like I was saying, if you had that original 2-pack, I think you would have to get this. Honestly, I would honestly, if I had that Decapod gang, I would want this to be like that enforcer type behind them dudes. It works so well. That crab should have came in the 2-pack with Popeye. Even if you get a shot with Popeye, like that would work too, you know. So that's still cool. And then just like this whole anthropomorphic shit, it's always kind of reminds me of like fucking TMNT, man. Because speaking of moving to some of the NECA pre-orders from this past couple of weeks, we got that fucking old man Raph. Already kind of seen this figure pop up, but it did go up on the holothon. I think it was last week or the week prior. I actually locked up a pre-order, so I'm actually waiting for that to get delivered. And then we got the Hunter Leo also getting kind of full solicitations of it. And like I was saying, this is like one of the reasons why I don't necessarily feel the need to kind of do weekly shows some of the times, because it's like, man, I've talked about these goddamn figures for fucking ever, man. It's like they show them off at SDCC, then NYCC, then we get like teaser images or something, or pre-orders and all this shit. And it's like, god damn it, I already seen them. But they look cool. They look cool enough to bring up again. This is also another one that I'm gonna go in for, is the Hunter Leo. I think I locked in a pre-order for this also, because I think this one was up this week along with this fucking Mirage Shredder, and finally getting to add a fucking Shredder to my collection. I had passed up on that previously kind of bluish purple one. I was like, man, I wanted this specific kind of colorway to it. So happy to see them releasing it, man. Now that I kind of see this one in that fucking, I forgot what the name of that shit was, but that beefed up Shredder from like a couple weeks back, I was like, man, that I like the look of that one better, but this still has a more classic look to it. I still like it. And since it was part of the holothon this week, I just locked in the pre-order just because, yeah, I need it, man. I wanted it for so long, and I finally have it. Yeah, got a little shot right here. I also have that Casey Jones. That was like a Target exclusive a few years ago. So yeah, the Mirage collection is coming together nicely. You know, it's pretty cool that they're going deep in this line. It's like I said, I don't necessarily always go in deep for all the characters of every fucking specific line, but I always like to get like the main, main good guys, main bad guys for sure. Like I was pretty stoked with this fucking cartoon Shredder and stuff at this past week. I was like, man, I never had any of the cartoon line, but I've always wanted them, and to see the opportunity to go in for it now, I was like, you know what? I gotta lock it up. I got to fucking lock it up, man. Especially if they do put out another set of turtles and shit now with the more pinless, updated articulation that they have. It's like, yeah, I'm in for it there. Because they're doing that pinless tech on a lot of their previous or current releases. Like this April O'Neil as a turtle figure now, part of that Stump Wrestling line or whatever. Just look at the body. It just looks so clean. It's like, man, and that's what gets me kind of like, I'll always say it gets me annoyed. The Super 7 gets near any TMNT figures, because it's just like, let NECA do them. Let NECA do every TMNT fucking roster, every movie, every show. They're gonna kill it, man. They're gonna kill it, because look at the love that they're giving like the Archie comics and this Stump Wrestling stuff. It's like, man, look how clean this looks, bro. Those current 2003 turtle figures that I think it's, well, who is it? Is it Mr. Lee that's taking pictures of them? Man, he is taking pretty nice pictures of them lighting wise. The figures look horrendous, dude. The figures look fucking like, they look so cheap. You can see the cheap plastic that they have. They don't have any paint. They just cast the stuff in that color plastic. It looks like it just looks like old ass toys, just like beefed up. You know, even like the hinge, like the articulation, like on the hips and stuff, doesn't look good. I'm like, man, bro, and it just annoys me knowing that NECA would have got that line and they would have made stuff to look this nice, this clean. You know what I'm saying? It's like they would have killed it, man. They would have killed it. And it just bums me out because, like I said, that 2003 TMNT was a fucking dope cartoon. I've already talked about kind of recently watching it in 2012 and liking it that much more. So I am happy the NECA is getting to do that. But I feel like they should be able to do every fucking TMNT line. You know, they should be the ones to do it, because when it's all said and done, they're gonna be the goats of TMNT toys. It's not gonna be Playmates. That vintage Playmates line is always gonna, you know, hold a dear spot in everybody's heart. But man, TMNT is gonna be fucking synonymously known with NECA toys. They're fucking going deep, bro. They're killing it, man. Looks like somebody smacked April right here. She's looking at herself. So figure wise, this is not one that I need though. This is like, I don't need April as a fucking turtle, but it is kind of cool to get that fifth turtle, you know, especially when we end up getting to see that in the 90s and shit, and that fucking 90s TV show that was on Fox Kids. And then in the comics, what was her name? Venus. I think that was it was Venus in the show, and I forget in the comics what her name is. But that fifth turtle, the female turtle, is always a cool little lore aspect to TMNT. Why does NECA keep making the hosts scratch shredder version instead of the original Mirage shredder? Yeah, I don't know. That's the other thing, right? I remember when I saw that, I didn't think too much of it, but I don't know. It doesn't bother me that much to not get it, but to see that beefed up one just has like a more clean, like, just look, I kind of want to get that one also, you know, so I could just kind of mix and match or whatever, little personal head cannons and shit, you know. But yeah, it would be cool to just not get him like battle damage and stuff, but I don't know, it's not a huge turn off to me where I don't want to get it and shit. Still looks cool. Thoughts about NECA acquiring Diamond Select figures? Is it NECA Toys that's acquiring them, or is it like a parent company to NECA? Because I don't know. I honestly don't know, like, if that would be a bad or a good thing. But I mean, I think Diamond Distributors, right? That's like who's up for sale or whatever, and then Diamond Select or Diamond Toys or whatever are like an umbrella in there. I don't know. I mean, I want Diamond Select to still be around. So whoever the fuck gets them and still makes them, I would have wanted to see McFarlane get them though. It would have been cool to have him do like Marvel Select and then have DC Direct too, if he's able to keep that. That would have been sick. I know you would have been stoked as fuck. But we gotta wait to see. I want things to go well for them though, because I always am a fan of the Marvel Select stuff. Fuck this goddamn fucking StreamYard, man. It's all fucking glitchy, man. But we're moving on, guys. Moving on to the fucking meat and potatoes of the show. Star Wars Black Series, baby. Star Wars TVC collection also, man, because Hasbro had a little stream this week. May the 4th be with you, Star Wars Day. So that is today, guys, just in case you didn't know, just in case you weren't on Instagram and saw everybody posting their Darth Vader toys and stuff. Man, I love it, man. It's cool to see that people still have love for this shit, especially the old stuff. It's crazy that I didn't see one Rey Palpatine figure today. It's like everybody was taking pictures of it. You see Mando, you see Grogu, you see Yoda, you see Anakin, you see fucking Luke, Han, Chewie. I didn't see one Rey figure. I didn't see one Rey figure. I'm sorry. I didn't see one Rose Tico figure. Not even as a troll. I didn't see any of that. But they get to see some cool shit, you know. We did get to see some cool shit that people have in their collections. So it's cool to see that that fandom is still alive and well, man, you know, because it was everywhere. It was all over social media today, man. I go on X, it was on there, it was on Instagram. And then, like I said, it's cool to see that fandom is still alive and people still want good toys of it, man. Did Hasbro deliver that? Well, we got to get into it, man, because first off, we're kicking it off with the TVC collection. We got a Stormtroopers of the Empire 3-pack. So we got a little 3-pack from different kind of Stormtroopers in all the OG trilogy or whatever. Cool little army builder pack. You know, I don't really TVC myself, but I feel like if Black Series came out with a pack like this, man, they would sell a shit ton, man, because it's just easy to army build. You know, you get the sand trooper, the snow trooper, scout trooper. You could easily buy like 2 or 3, 4, 5 of each pack, and you'll have 5 of each of those individual stormtroopers or whatever. And yeah, you could easily just go buy them individually, but something about putting them in multi packs, I feel like it lends itself well to collectability, you know. And it's just, I don't know, it's just easy purchases. You don't have to really kind of track them down, especially when certain stuff goes to certain sites. Like, I don't know, maybe they might have that snow trooper as a Walmart exclusive, and maybe this might be Target. I hate that shit, you know. If they ever did that for Black Series, I feel like they would sell a lot better. So anytime they do it for the TVC collection, I think it's awesome, you know, because it just allows you to world build relatively fast, even though these are from 3 separate movies. You can get into building any one of these scenes that these stormtroopers are in, you know, just by buying multiple packs of these. So it's pretty cool. I believe this is going to be Hasbro Pulse exclusive. So I think that went up for pre-order today. I really get to watch too much of the stream. I was just kind of skimming through it, but it was kind of cool to see that. And then they had to give some love to the OG Stormtrooper, putting this on this nice card back right here. Card back was pretty sweet. Do love it. Like I was saying about that missing link Optimus, I am a fan of a good package. So yeah, this is one of them. And like I was saying, it's cool to just continue to army build your collection, man. That they're gonna keep putting these like tried and true characters out. Because then move into updated Obi-Wan or Ben Kenobi from the New Hope, and it's time with the soft goods. So cool little soft goods robe and stuff. Double soft goods they were calling it. So it looks awesome. And then a little love to that old Kenneth card back. Got the yellow lightsaber on that shit. It would have been cool if they just put the yellow that lightsaber in there, but obviously it's not gonna match the movie too much. But it's a good looking fucking Ben Kenobi figure, man. Honestly, like I was like, damn, for this to be TVC, that head sculpt looks really good. And then like I was saying, man, that beautiful card back, I love it. I fucking love it, man. This is something that even tempting just to get, just to hold on to in that card back. I've always seen the few TVC figures that I have, I've kept them in cards. I have like the Phantom Menace, Darth Maul. I have the Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett. I have like a Darth Vader too. I forgot what. I think it's Empire Strikes Back Vader, or I forget which one. But I just love like classic league and card backs like this sometimes. I don't know, something about them that I'm not gonna crack this thing open. It's gonna be the best figure I ever played with in the world. So it's cool to just get a cool little display going sometimes with this. Even though I just kind of have them in a storage container right now, but I do always love a cool, nice package to it. I feel like it's a good presentation overall, you know. And then they moved on to their little Cantina 4-pack, this time with like old Kenner inspired colorways. So we got these classic characters in here. This time with, like I was saying, more that old school toy paint finish on them. It's pretty cool. I do have this Greedo, that Black Series that they put out. I remember cracking that one open because I just like the look of that fucking Kenner look. It's just like fucking solid green. It's like I always say, guys, got the toyetic factor, man. If it's got it, I want it. So this 4-pack looked pretty cool, honestly. Like it actually looked cool, but it's gonna be a little cardboard cutout set. It's not gonna be anything like that HasLab that they put out recently, but it would be cool to put these in that HasLab or whatever, you know, that Cantina playset that's coming out. Just yeah, even though you are getting some of these characters, or you might have them already in the TVC, you get them in this colorway. It's just a little bit more fun. I'm not mad at it. I think it's pretty smart. And then we get to their Black Series reveals. We got the Shore Trooper and Death Trooper 2-pack from a Rogue One movie. That was a pretty good Star Wars movie, honestly, man. I only saw it one time. Yeah, I've seen that fucking ending with Darth Vader multiple times, but I saw the movie one time and I remember liking it a lot. And then after seeing like that fucking sequel trilogy, I was like, damn, you know what? Ever since then, it's always, you know, you guys have heard it before. It's always kind of been down like a down spiral, downturn and stuff. So it's not something that it reminded me to go watch Andor. It's like I already saw the finale to Andor by watching this movie. It's kind of dumb to now give you the prequel to that. Even though I've heard it's good. I don't know. I think it's smart for Black Series to put these two figures out just because of that series doing so well, you know, fan wise. But To me, it's just kind of, I don't know, it's kind of lame. I guess it's not really that exciting to have a reveal, on May the 4th to just have this. Even though I just said, like I said, these multi packs of these different troopers is cool, and that's where I will give them points. You could just buy 2 of these packs and you're on your way already to building out scenes and stuff. I don't know if I would do it for this fucking particular movie, even though it was a good one. It's like, man, continue to give me those clone packs. Like I was just saying, man, I bought these last year. I didn't really crack them open, but after getting that Rex, I was like, yeah, this is cool. It gave you like 2 of these like phase 1 troopers, and you could just buy them. It gives you like 2 of those, or one, and then one of the Ahsoka 501st, and then yeah, when they put out the rest of the roster, you already have a cool squad, built out. So I like that. Like I was saying, I don't know if I would build them up particularly for this movie, but it is cool that they are kind of seeing that is an option. And then also we got a Sand Trooper instead of this time in the Black Series. And it looks like they're continuing to go back to that A New Hope line, so they're definitely giving a lot of love to that. I know they put out the Luke, the Leia recently with the updated printing tech that they have on their faces and their head sculpts and stuff, and they look good, honestly. I was thinking about actually getting that Princess Leia. And then we saw the Han and the Chewie also. And after seeing them in a little bit of the stream today, I was like, you know what? Kind of bashed how they looked a little bit paint wise, but seeing them like in hand, I was like, hey, they actually look pretty well, man. Sculpt them, sculpt wise, I feel like they're right there with like Bandai and their SH Figuarts stuff. It's just something real frustrating about like playing with some of them. Even like this Rex figure, I had this like kind of messing around with this today, and it's just like, man, those single jointed elbows, it's like, god damn it, man, it wouldn't be that much of an aesthetic change if they just gave you the double joints. It's like, I know that's why they don't do it. They don't want to break up too much of the sculpt, but it wouldn't be that bad, honestly. Maybe if you don't want to do the knees or something, but man, it's just to just get such limited range sometimes, it's like, it's frustrating. You can't even have like too much fun with them. But look wise, they look really well. I gotta give them props to Hasbro and this team right here. Like, they're still putting out good looking Star Wars figures, even though if they're not the best to play with. And then next up we got Lieutenant Gale, clone Lieutenant Gale, and I remember this motherfucker. He's a piece of shit. He shot my girl in the back and shit. But it is cool to see them continue to put out more of these like unique clones, like more like signature character clones and stuff. I believe the last one that they put out was that Ki-Adi-Mundi one. I forget his name, but I've actually had that on my radar. I kind of want to get that one. And then maybe pick this one up too, man, because it is a good opportunity to kind of get these like more signature clones and shit. I know recently they just have the Commander Cody out in the Walmart exclusive, part of their Revenge of the Sith line. I want to get it, bro, just because he has that Order 66 fucking accessory. It's like, man, I want to get that shit. I want to get that and that Obi-Wan, because I just want to put him on my shelf where he's about to smoke Obi-Wan. He's a poor shot because I would have took his ass out. But this guy right here, he don't miss. He don't fucking miss. And if you need him, you're gonna need my girl Ayla Sakura, because she was a badass looking Jedi, man. Didn't really know too much about her, but she was fucking cool. Like, just look wise, I was like, man, who needs Ahsoka, man? We got it all right here. Shit. Got the back shot. Hey, yo. And this is actually kind of crazy to see a reveal from these guys for this, because it's like you can honestly go to Amazon right now and you can get this figure for like $15. So to see it kind of get a re-release so unnecessarily, it's kind of dumb, but it does kind of come with this lightsaber effect right here. It's this little swoosh effect, so that is cool. I don't know if it's cool enough to double dip, but if you don't have it, this is definitely the better option. And like I was saying, you don't need that back shot, because my boy Lieutenant Gale fucking takes her out. He gets right behind her and shit, starts smoking her ass. Man, that Order 66 scenes are, I fucking hate them, bro. I was like, god damn it, made me cry when I was a kid, man. But when I got older, I was always like, oh shit, it's going down, baby, it's about to go down. She probably needed to do this move right here. defend herself. But yeah, I already have this figure. It's not necessarily one that I'm gonna pick up now. Just even though it has this effect, I would have wanted that on the first release, obviously, but kind of sucks they didn't give it to us. And then this Magna Guard also now part of that Revenge of the Sith wave going to Walmart and stuff. So you get this figure right here. Not one that I picked up previously, but I remember seeing this when they originally released the first one for the main line. I thought it was a great looking army builder. You know, it's even if it's not used for Star Wars shots necessarily, it's a badass looking fucking robot. It looks like a fucking murder droid. So pretty cool. And these fucking nostalgia hit fucking cardbacks look so awesome. I almost want to get them just for that. I've honestly been looking at that Kit Fisto. I kind of want to pull the trigger on it just to get the goddamn card back, but I for sure want to get that Commander Cody. I want to get that Commander Cody, and I don't know, maybe that's it. I can't remember the other releases that they had off the top of my head. It's the Kit Fisto, the Commander Cody, and I think it was the Count Dooku. The Count Dooku, yeah, that's the other one that I don't necessarily need, but if that has a better face sculpt, I may go in for it, you know, because now that they're doing this updated printing tech on all this stuff, that's why I'm not mad at them going back and making like that A New Hope stuff. It's like they're just putting better faces on them, you know. So it's not completely a miss. But for people that already have them and they don't have any kind of updates on the faces, it's kind of a pass, you know. Not kind of, but really a pass. Ray Palpatine, get the fuck out of here. That's what she was, man. She ain't no goddamn Skywalker. No, I'm a Skywalker. The hell you are. You're a fucking Palpatine, you piece of shit. Man, man, that was the worst way to continue Star Wars, man. It's like I said, it's just been a downturn ever since then. And you know what's funny? I remember when those movies came out, I didn't even watch them. I heard all the excitement about them. I didn't watch the first one, and people were like, "Hey, it's good." And I said, never got around to watching it. I was like, you know what? The second one came around. I was like, you know what? After the second one came out, people were like, "Hey, man, this is getting pretty dumb." And I was like, all right, I'll wait. Third one came out. People were like, "Man, this is the worst. This is the worst way to continue Star Wars." I remember asking my brother about it, and he told me all the shit that they did. And I was like, I don't believe you. I don't fucking believe you. I didn't watch any reviews. I remember one day I just sat down and I was like, hey, I'm going to watch them. It was like during the holidays. During the holidays, I usually go back and watch the prequels. Always. I don't know why. Around Christmas time, I just get around to watching like, you know, fucking Phantom Menace, Clone Wars, Revenge of the Sith. I don't know why. It's like, it's just become like a tradition for me to watch those around Christmas. I remember one Christmas, I think it was like 2021. And I was like, you know what? I don't watch these. Let me watch them. I watched the first one and I was like, man, not bad. What the fuck's everybody bitching about? Second one, what the fuck? I was like, dude, I didn't want to watch the third one after that second one. Then I watched that finale or whatever, and I said, man, this is so fucking gay. Like that whole shit with Rose Tico and that fuck it, shit was just so fucking ass. I was like, this is trash. And it almost got me to not want to watch the Mando, but the look to the Mandalorian was just so sick. It's just like, looks like Boba Fett. It's like, yeah, I'll watch it. Got me back around to liking Star Wars again. Man, I should have just abandoned ship after that shit. After watching that fucking that sequel trilogy, I should have just abandoned ship because it never really recovered from there. Honestly, Frog Skywalker. Prequels look like Dark Knight trilogy next to the sequels. Nah, I mean, I love the prequels, man. I love them, bro. That's honestly what I grew up with. I remember watching the OG trilogy first, but when the prequels came out, I was like, I think I was like 9. I remember going to watch those, and it was like new Star Wars, and I just remember being super excited. The toys were fucking everywhere. That was awesome. That was an awesome time. But it's just never gotten better, man. It's never gone back. My man A says Finn and Rose were some of the worst Star Wars characters in the franchise. Yeah, dude, that whole little arc that they had, that little love shit, I was like, fuck is this, dog? This is not like, it was just so forced too. And Rose Tico, she looks so fucking ugly, bro. It's like the actress doesn't even look that bad either. She looks pretty nice, and it's like they made her look like a fucking, I don't even know what they went for. Honestly, she looks so fucking bad. Like, oh fuck. I saw the actress that plays Rose Tico in another movie. She is gorgeous. Why did the movie made her look like a sack of potatoes? Exactly what I just said. That's exactly what I just said. Ray. Oh man. Oh, we gotta move on. We gotta move on, baby. Because next up we got the NOTA Studios Darth Vader for Star Wars Rebels. And finally going up for pre-order, I guess, man. I forgot about this figure. Was teased out not too long ago. I think they had put out a Star Wars Rebels Stormtrooper. And yeah, they had this little teaser image at the end. So we finally get full solicitations of it. And like I said, man, it's definitely got that different kind of aesthetic to it. It's more animated look. But I still think it's cool, man. But for me, it's just like Darth Vader already has such a iconic design. It's like any kind of tweak to it is just unnecessary to me, you know. Even though this is like more, you know, obviously cartoon inspired. I wouldn't mind this necessarily like in a 112 release, but man, as a 1/6 release, it's like this ain't Vader. Like, this ain't Vader, bro. Even though in Rebels he does have some badass scenes, like there's a fucking really good couple of fight scenes, especially where he's like fighting with Ahsoka and stuff. But nah, it's like nah, this just doesn't look like, it looks like a bootleg Vader, honestly. You know, in the cartoon, okay, I can understand it because it's an animation choice, design choices need to be made. But just to see it like in physical form, it's like I don't necessarily like it too much. But man, if you already have like a deep collection of Darth Vader, something different is obviously cool. So, you know, maybe you have like a vast collection of Hot Toys Vaders, you have every single one. This would be cool to add to that. But if you're just going in for just a 1/6 Vader, I don't think this would be it, you know. Like I was saying, if this is a 112 version, yeah, I could kind of have some fun with this shit. It will look kind of cool, but as a display piece, museum piece, like no, I don't think so. But it does come with this cool little stand and shit. You kind of put your own comic book on it. Kind of dumb since it's from a cartoon, but you know, maybe find a cover with that shit on there. That would be cool. You know what I'm saying? That's a great way of putting it, Omar. Unnecessary. Yeah, it's cool, but it's just, to me, it's just, I don't know. You're tweaking the design of something so iconic and just damn near perfect that, like I was saying, for the cartoon, yeah, I can understand it, but no, I don't need a figure of it on it, honestly. And I think if you're a 1/6 collector and it's your first one, like your first Vader, like you need a Vader, I don't think this would be it, honestly. Not to say it looks bad though, it looks pretty cool, you know. And it being a Hano, it's on the more affordable end as opposed to a Hot Toys. That could be maybe something that pulls people in, but you know, uh, not for me. I can't wait for the Ray movie when fight the Second Order. Ray! You're gonna be waiting a long time, man. But speaking of Hot Toys, moving to the Darth Sidious Palpatine 1/6 figure. And man, this thing looks awesome. This shit looks fucking awesome, bro. Like, man, this guy was the baddest motherfucker in the prequels to me. It was just like knowing this guy was such a piece of shit and nobody else could see it. It's like, God damn, you idiots. He's playing you guys, but he was just so smooth with it, man. And the actor killed it, man. He killed this role. Like, I think I was more scared of him when he just looked like Palpatine. He just had like that look on his face all the time, like very creepy, you know. I remember even thinking that when I was a kid. I was like, man, this dude looks creepy as fuck, you know. And then to kind of see him go full dark side, full Sith, it's like, oh fuck, his face got all fucked up. Like those scenes where he's fighting with like Mace Windu and Yoda later. Oh man, it was fucking awesome. Yeah, like to see this dude get down, fucking yeah, this was sick. To have a Hot Toys of it, man, this would be a killer display to have, just to have like all the Siths and stuff. I know they recently did the Power of the Dark Side like collection. Like Hot Toys has been like putting stuff out, like Darth Revan. They did a Darth Vader, like a super deluxe Darth Vader, Darth Malgus. All they're doing like all the Sith, and it just looks so cool. You need Darth Sidious. You need that shit. This is like a centerpiece and like in a Hot Toys collection almost, you know. Especially if you put them alongside like an Anakin. They have this really, really cool shot right here. Like this specific shot. It's not really one that we got in the we kind of did get this in the prequels and stuff. But man, just as a display piece like this right here with like Anakin, he goes to the dark side is just so fucking cool to me. Where it's just like Black Series, come on, can you give us something cool like this, please, once in your life? Because this would be so awesome to have, you know. Just these two guys, like especially Anakin with that head sculpt right there. He's got the fucking bloodshot red eyes. It looks fucking insane. And then they give you the extra head sculpt so you can get him in that Palpatine look. And like I said, man, he's just got like that creepy like facial features and stuff. It just looks so good, you know. It looks crazy. I think I would display him honestly a few times in the year with that head sculpt on the left. It's just, I don't know. Just remember seeing him in that movie and just the manipulation that he was doing behind the scenes was just so great. And then this look right here on the right, man, the Darth Sidious. It's like, oh fuck, man. When he fights Yoda and he gets confronted and shit, it's like, holy shit, man. Fuck. Every time I watch that fight scene, I always think Yoda's gonna whoop his ass. Like that shit was just crazy. That's one of the best duels in all of Star Wars is that fucking Palpatine Yoda scene or that Darth Sidious Yoda scene. Where he's like jumping around that motherfucker, like, oh man, get him. Oh fuck, man. Almost got his ass, but couldn't quite finish him off. But yeah, this is definitely a must get for any Hot Toys collector, man. Like you gotta go in for this. So cool to see them putting it out. I believe this is $285 right now on the Sideshow site. I think it's a pre-order. I don't think the pre-order is opened up yet, but it got like a little preview on there, so it's $285, which is not really that bad. And then like I was saying, Power of the Dark Side, you get into the legends now. Darth Nihilus, so another one of those like Sith from those video games or like those old comic books and stuff. This shit looks fucking cool. I do have the Black Series of this. I think it was part of like a gamer edition or something like that. I forgot what the gamer editions were called in the Black Series. They were always exclusive to GameStop. I remember picking him up, not knowing shit about him, but I thought his design was cool as fuck. And like I was saying, man, I wish we would get some of this stuff in live action. Some of the stuff that's already been written out for these dumbass writers in Hollywood and shit for Disney, because it's like you guys already got pretty cool stories, pretty cool designs to these characters. It's like it shouldn't be that fucking hard to put out good media behind it, you know. So yeah, this would be cool to see in live action one day. It just gets me nervous to see them put it out around the time that they're putting out the current slop, because it just, I don't know. Like I'll go on my rants all the time about fucking Acolyte and all that stuff. Just kind of went on one about the sequel trilogy. It just doesn't look like they know what the fuck they're doing a lot of the time. So hopefully they don't put characters like this out in live action too soon. Hopefully we get it years down the line, but it's cool to see that they already exist in some form or fashion. I know this is no longer canon now. This is like fucking Legends, where before it was like extended universe stuff. I wish they kind of stay away from it right now, but one day we do get some kind of media behind these legends and stuff or whatever, you know, extended universe characters. Palpatine sent billions to Israel. This motherfucker. God damn it. There's no sand on me. Anakin and Palpatine 2-pack. Nah, bro. Palpatine versus Maul and Opress is hands down best fight. God damn it. Yeah, that's pretty dope. But yeah, I'm like live action wise, that's this. The prequels I feel like had better duels than any of the other trilogies. Honestly, do the lightsabers light up? Yeah, they got LED light up function. I don't know if you have to have the USB connected though for that shit. I've heard that you had to, which is kind of stupid. But I don't really have any myself. I do have that Darth Vader on pre-order though, and I hope you don't have to have the USB connected. I hope you can kind of charge it somehow and then just kind of turn it on whenever you want to or whatever. That'd be cool. Because if you have to have that shit connected at all times, that shit would suck ass. It's stupid. Hopefully not. But yeah, that's gonna be like my first like official Hot Toys. I have like a 1-to-1 Grogu. Kind of regret buying that shit. I have it like right here behind me, but I don't know. It's just kind of cool to have a 1-to-1 scale, but I want like 1/6 figures and shit. Because I could get this retard Jar Jar Binks because I also put that up for pre-order. And then yeah, man, also fucking not a fan favorite a lot of people, but you grew to love him. You grew to love fucking Jar Jar, okay, guys? He wasn't a complete faggot. It was kind of annoying watching those movies, but yeah, you grew to love them, man. And action figure wise, I think it's still cool. It's like still one of my favorite Blackstreets. I don't know why the motherfucker was like $40 when he came out, but there's something about this character that they always upcharge. Because I think the SH Figure Arts was like 100 or some shit, 120 or something like crazy. Fuck you. I'm not paying that. I'm happy with my Black Series, but if I was a Hot Toys collector, man, I would definitely think about going in for this motherfucker right here. Just got another little iconic look, even though he's not a fucking fan favorite or anything. It's just you could hear this motherfucker's voice. Misa, a faggot. Jar Jar is secretly the Emperor's boss. Misa don't want this figure. Oh man, I had to bust that Misa faggot one out. And then we get a Hot Toys exclusive Clone Commando boss, kind of filling out the ranks of that Clone Commando team. So they did put out this little teaser image, or this little image of all 4 of the figures. So cool. If you're a fan of that, you know, you get the whole display cooking and shit. There's something about these particular Clone Commandos I don't really like. I don't know why. They just look too plain Jane to me. I don't know what it is. You know, I usually like different kind of clones, like I was saying. But something about these like Clone Commandos is just, I don't know what it is about them. I don't really like too much. So I haven't really gotten any of the Black Series or anything like that. But I think just looking at them all on display, they do look cool. So I do gotta say that. And then staying with Hot Toys, moving to a little DC action. I was actually just kind of mentioning this not too long ago, man. It's like, god damn it, man. They need something. They need more shit, dude. Because like I was saying, they continuously have to make like Star Wars stuff, rehashed Marvel stuff, fucking Snyder cut bullshit. It's like, oh man, they need more media, more good movies. It's like Thunderbolts is out right now. I don't think there's like one Hot Toys in that movie that I would want. Maybe the Sentry, maybe. That's a maybe too. And it's just like, no, I don't think I would want any of those characters, you know. Maybe if you have money like it, you get the whole team one purchase, but they need more shit. They need more cool shit. And I think this Hot Toys Superman probably gonna be a hot pre-order, man. Maybe depending on the likability of that movie, how well it does. I can see this thing selling well. I got my eye on those McFarlanes and stuff as they come out, but yeah, we kind of looked at those a few weeks ago. They didn't look the greatest and stuff, but I'm excited to see that there's other companies gonna make stuff. Obviously, we got the tease from NECA. I want to see if maybe Mayfex or Bandai jump in on this, man. I know Bandai did that Flash movie figures. I could see them probably potentially doing the Superman movie. So might get to see some SH Figure Arts Superman figures soon. Because there's definitely got to be other companies out there outside of McFarlane. And obviously when Mattel gets a license, I could see them going back and making figures of this too. But it's exciting to see that currently we have, you know, options out there, whether you're a 1/6 or McFarlane scale collector. Yeah, that 40 Jar Jar was out of pocket. Yeah, exactly. That shit was like $40 when it came out. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, I had to get it though. Jar Jar fans are the same people that read the instructions in shampoo bottles. Misa, faggot. And then, like I was saying, man, options, man. It looks like Beast Kingdom is also putting out some of these figures to his movie. Got a little shot of Crypto right here, non-articulated, which is kind of a miss. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, okay. I think these are going to be like 1/9 scale figures, though. If I'm not mistaken, I feel like that's the scale that they make. But I've always stayed away from anything Beast Kingdom, so I'm probably gonna do the same here. But like I just said about the Hot Toys, cool to see other companies jump in on this, man. And then jumping into Jazz Inc. dioramas. Looks like they're putting out teaser images to their upcoming 1/6 Batman Returns Penguin to get that Danny DeVito love. Fucking awesome Penguin. Can't wait for McFarlane to make this shit. It's like they're coming, guys. They're coming. You got that fucking fight for Catwoman, the DeVito Penguin. And then you know what's next, guys? You know they're gonna finish with fucking 89 Batman. My boy Todd is gonna go out with the bang. He's gonna give us that Jack Nicholson Joker. Can't wait. So yeah, pretty cool. If you got that Jazz Inc. money, I think this pre-order opens up soon. This is the only image I got right now, but just look-wise, this looks like the fucking actor in the costume. Like this looks crazy good, crazy good. So pretty dope. My man Rayson, he says behind on the stream, but Loose Collectibles has to have high quality and durable plastic for me to drop stacks on it. I doubt it will be though. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It better be the best quality plastic for that 350, man. But we gotta wait to see, man. But staying with DC, saving the best for last, baby. I'm moving to the McFarlane Toys GameStop. Looks like GameStop promotion, or they're getting out these figures first, not exclusive to GameStop though. I do believe you're gonna see this cyborg soups popping up on sites like BBTS, Entertainment Earth, possibly. I know they are popping up on places like Walmart, I believe. So be on the lookout for this. But yeah, this cyborg soups, man, it looks fucking awesome. I gotta get my hands on this shit. I recently locked up. I found a pre-order to Silver Age Superman, so I'm excited to get that in hand. I want to get that Bizarro, and I need to get this cyborg soups, man. This shit looks awesome. Even though I have the Mafex, this still looks good to me, man. This shit looks fucking sweet. Killer sculpt on this. The paint looks on point. Yeah, I gotta get this shit, man. It looks awesome. Pre-order fucking dried up really fast on GameStop, but since it is gonna pop up in other places, I could see GameStop getting more stock, and then potentially seeing this, like I said, going up on places like BBTS and I think Walmart also. So be on the lookout for this one if you are interested. I think it looks awesome. It looks great, you know, and it's cool to kind of see Todd go out with the bang like this. Like, these are still banger figures that he's putting out towards the end of his line. So they're probably going to be some of the harder ones when it's all said and done to actually get, if you want to go and backtrack some of this stuff. I don't know why you would, but you can get them now, you know, get them now and shit if you can. So be on the lookout for this. And then it's fucking, you know, going out with the bang. It's not the best for last, because the last thing we are going to talk about is this Hiya Toys Rocky Apollo Creed. And this shit looks fucking awesome. This is probably going to be one of the first Hiya figures that I get. I actually looked up a review on the Rambo, and I'm like, you know what? I was too hard on that figure. It wasn't that bad. Those head sculpts were not that bad. Something that always kind of had me wondering was like the articulation on the torso and stuff. Apparently has like that rubber overlay they were just kind of looking at on that Maximum Hulk. Ball joint at the waist, so you are going to get some movement. And I think there's like a ab crunch underneath that rubber too, so you even get that movement a little bit. But look wise, if they can pull this off, I'm happy with this, man. Like, this looks pretty good. I'm excited to see how far they go in this line right here. Like Clubber Lang, like obviously Rocky. You got to have that Rocky Balboa. Multiple movies. I know they're gonna make multiple versions of these characters. But this looks pretty good. You know, I gotta display them like this. This shit looks fucking awesome, baby. Living in America. This looks so sweet, man. Shout out to fucking Carl Weathers, man. R.I.P. Great actor. All the roles that he was in were fucking good. Even in the Mando, he was awesome. Yeah, I can't wait for this to. I don't think it's gone up for pre-order yet, but from my understanding, it's going to be a little bit more priced up over their past Exquisite Super Series. I think you could attribute that obviously to this little ring accessory and stuff. I don't know if that's necessary too much, but when you see a shot like this, it looks fucking cool. You know, where he's like sitting down and stuff. Like, that looks fucking dope. You know, in between rounds and shit. Like, that looks awesome. So yeah, I'm excited to see this line kind of come out and stuff, and just to see more and more of the characters from the different movies, man. Because yeah, you already know, bro. Rocky 4 to me, that Ivan Drago, oh shit, that's gonna be a must cop. If he dies, he dies. Oh man, so yeah, be on the lookout for this one, man, because it is a good looking Hiya Toys, man. I gotta say, I gotta kind of backtrack and eat my words on that Rambo, because I wasn't the hugest fan of him, but after seeing this going up, I was like, man, let me go actually watch a full review on this. And man, for the life of me, it was so hard to see people just talk about the torso. People were showing you the clothes and the fucking head sculpts. It's like, god damn it, I don't want to see that. Talk about the shit that's not really on every other action figure, you know. But yo, guys, that's all the action figure 20s I have for the week. Try to keep it to fast episodes today. Got a really busy day tomorrow coming ahead. But yo, guys, thank you guys for joining me, man. Really appreciate it. Don't want to miss next week's episode, or the next episode. I'll say that. Be on the lookout for that, episode 50. But until next time, guys, may the force be with you. Oh man, did I have to go out like that? I should have. Fuck. God damn it, man. I had my outro ready, man. We'll try it one more time, guys. May the force be with you.